Hey guys, welcome to the stream. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. And everyone, before we get started, like the video. We got a lot going on this morning. Oh man, do we have a lot going on this morning. And holy smokes, what they're doing to my governor, Ron DeSantis, is, it's hard to even believe it's true, but sadly it is. Here we go.
LexiconServices.com/go to learn more. Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Yes. Oh, man. Welcome, everyone. Oh, boy. It's Tuesday already, people. Oh, man. And there's been more insane news in the last 24 to 48 hours than we normally get in a month. And it's almost on overload, keeping track of what is important to talk about, what you have to put off later, and what are distractions. But fortunately for you all in this listening audience, I have gone through everything. Not just the mainstream news that we have to discuss, but even the distractions. And I'm gonna weed it all out. With the distractions, I got those on the back burner, and they'll be there simmering forever. Okay, I've gone through everything and found what we really need to be talking about. And what they are doing to Ron DeSantis, oh boy, I hate saying I told you so. I really do. I know everyone says they hate saying I told you so. That's not the case with most people. Most people enjoy telling you how right they are. I'm not one of those guys, even though I'm doing a I told you so. You know, I've been telling you for quite some time this was going to happen to Ron DeSantis. It's happening a little bit sooner than expected because of the flights to Martha's Vineyard last week. But the media have laid off of Ron DeSantis because they've been trying to create this MAGA divide and get people to jump ship from our great president, Donald Trump, who's at Mar-a-Lago right now, and go over to Ron DeSantis. And I told you, once Ron DeSantis is the front runner, if that were to happen, or if he's running in 2020, then all of a sudden they're going to go out there and destroy him, and they're going to accuse him of being the most terrible things a human being can do. Well, because of the flights to Martha's Vineyard, they couldn't wait any longer. They couldn't control themselves, they couldn't contain themselves, and they've gone full-blown anti-DeSantis. The DeSantis derangement syndrome is infecting the left, infecting the Democrats, infecting the media. And we're very lucky here in Florida to have this great man, Ron DeSantis, is our governor. And it's so important to stand with DeSantis today, and I'm going to talk about a lot of things that they're doing with DeSantis. They're going after DeSantis on all fronts this morning. We're going to cover them all, but I wore a hat that I've not worn that much. One of our listeners, Gary in Coral Springs, gave me this hat, and I don't wear it to the radio station too often. I wear it out and about around home a lot. It's my Trump DeSantis 2024 hat. I love it, and it says Trump DeSantis 24, Make America Florida, which is, yeah, I know, that's exactly right. So they're going after our governor, and you know what? They're not going to let up. They're not going to let up. They're going to go after our governor hardcore and it's going to get worse because Governor DeSantis has said that he is going to send more flights to Martha's Vineyard. So now they're really triggered, and when he does that, oh my goodness, they're accusing him of everything right now. Kidnapper. He's under a criminal investigation by law enforcement. And they even have him, I'll get to this last part a little bit later, but they even have him in league with anti-Semitic white supremacists. I'm not kidding, guys. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I know. By the way, welcome to the program. Good morning. Did I say good morning? There's so much going on. I'm so excited. I was up really early this morning, and I finished all my show prep early, and I made a YouTube video about this. If you go to my YouTube channel, Brian Craig on YouTube, which you guys all should. If you don't already follow me on YouTube, you should. I am always putting content up there, including live streaming when I'm on the radio with the chat room. But at 4 o'clock this morning, I was cleaning the house. I did the dishes, I did the laundry, I've got a load in the wash and the dryer still, though. I didn't get it all done. Put the laundry away, cleaning the living room, cleaning up the whole house, except the bedroom because my wife was sleeping. So I'm all jazzed up on energy because I got this. I tell you, what a great workout cleaning the house is, huh? Oh man, I am really up on a lot. I should work out more like that, right? I'm sure my wife would agree. But anyway, they're going after Ron DeSantis in insane ways. Let me read this story to you here. This is crazy. Ron DeSantis, the greatest governor ever, and let me tell you something. Ron DeSantis is not just the greatest governor in America today. Ron DeSantis, who we have courtesy of President Trump's endorsement. If it were not for President Trump's endorsement, Andrew Gillum would be our governor. Oh boy, look up Andrew Gillum Miami Beach motel room. Oh boy, that would have been our governor in Florida. I don't want to get sidetracked on it, but President Trump endorsed Ron DeSantis, and that's why he's our governor. And he really is the Donald Trump political apprentice, right? Governor Ron DeSantis is also not just the greatest governor, as I started to say, that is in America today. He is the greatest governor in the history of American state governors. I've never seen a rock star like this as a governor. Ron DeSantis, I'll read this from the Daily Mail. Ron DeSantis has furiously slapped down a Texas sheriff who launched a criminal investigation into Governor DeSantis flying 50 Venezuelan migrants to Martha's Vineyard. And I'm not sure they're Venezuelan, by the way. The Florida governor pointed out the hypocrisy of the Democrat sheriff for probing him when it was in his jurisdiction where 50 migrants died in a trailer tractor over heat exhaustion over the summer. He challenged fellow politicians and voters to find similar levels of outrage at that shocking incident, the deaths and this sheriff is insane out in Texas. He had all those migrants die in that truck in his jurisdiction, and he's going after DeSantis, who's far outside of his jurisdiction. DeSantis' TV interview, I'm assuming they're talking about the Hannity interview we did last night, comes after the sheriff announced an investigation into whether the migrants were lured into Martha's Vineyard with false promises of financial and job help. Oh man, what a terrible place to be lured to, right? The playground of the richest in our society. The sheriff claimed there was criminal activity involved. That's right. On Monday, the number of migrants arrested at the southern border soared past 2 million for the first time in history. So the Vineyard can't handle 50 people, 50. And I heard one count that it was only 48, but it'll just round it up to 50. But Texas, Arizona, they're supposed to handle 2 million in a year, and they're just supposed to suck that up. They're just supposed to deal with it. They're just supposed to accept that that's the way that it is. What's going on, and you're going to hear from the sheriff. I'm going to play you the sheriff's announcement of his criminal investigation into our great governor, Ron DeSantis, who was the governor of Ron DeSantis' Free Florida. That's what we call it now. This is a whole new world we're in. And the reason that, they started over the weekend, Friday, they really started talking about kidnapping, right? They talk about kidnapping charges against Governor DeSantis and Greg Abbott. And this is this dangerous territory we're in now with this Trump derangement sin. And it's unbelievable what they did. This is becoming the new political norm for Democrats in America. Well, if you don't like someone politically, you investigate them for criminal behavior. This is the new normal among Democrats. And it's really not, it's bad for many reasons. I mean, obviously, President Trump's going to win against these creeps. Governor DeSantis is going to win against these creeps because they're tough guys and both of them have millions of people behind them, but of support. So public opinion will be on DeSantis' side on this. I think it already is. But not everyone's Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump. And so much of American law is based on legal precedent. Once something is established as a legal precedent, that's the way it is. And this kind of goes into that. The Democrats investigating criminally now at a local level, but even at the federal level with Donald Trump, because they don't like someone's politics, because they can't beat them in the court of public opinion, so they go out and misuse the authorities of law enforcement, that is their new normal. And that is an America that you do not want to live in, people. This has got to be stopped. And President Trump is the only person who can put a real stop to this nationwide. If you're on hold, stand by. My name's Brian Craig. You're listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977. We're going to take our first break of the hour. We'll come back with your calls. You'll also hear from the sheriff himself out in Texas, who's got this criminal investigation launched into Governor DeSantis and I think Governor Abbott too, but DeSantis is who they have their eye on. Oh man, our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. It's always a free call, 888-465-2631. We are here weekday mornings from 5 until 9 a.m. taking your calls live on the air. And of course, you can listen to us on the radio from North Miami through Broward, Boca, the Palm Beaches, and the Treasure Coast. This is the most pro-Donald Trump radio show you will find anywhere. Back after this. North Miami, Broward, Boca, the Palm Beaches, and the Treasure Coast. This is the most pro-Donald Trump radio show you will find anywhere. Back after this.
Don't sit on the sidelines.
Steve Kane Show. Hey, hold on. Steve Kane Show. Hey, man.
Brian Craig here. How would you like a free doorbell camera? That's right, a free doorbell camera. I have one and you will love one. The first 40 listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects with your cell phone with the installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands no matter where you are. And that's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central security.
Welcome, everyone. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. And those of you that think you're subscribed, please go and check and make sure that you are. You know, I was talking earlier, a lot of people think they're subscribed and not because I come up in the recommendations here on YouTube. So you're not subscribed and you think you are. So please go and make sure that you are subscribed. Kathy and I had a great podcast last night that you most definitely should check out. It's the video before this one. And that first segment, I brought up something that I think everybody needs to hear on my podcast last night. Well, thank you, Yummery. Well, thank you, Slick Pickles. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. Ugh, I got a lot going on off the air. I try to clear my mind when I'm on the air, but sometimes it's hard. Yeah, I hate shaving. I do not like shaving. Well, thank you, Christine.
And they have their energy back, just like Trump. They're standing up tall, and they feel years younger. Now, it's always a free consultation with Dr. Matez.
All right, we're coming back.
On the radio, 561-320.
Ohio for Trump, that's right.
561-320-8893.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Oh, man, welcome back, everyone. You know, this morning, this was crazy this morning, okay? This morning. If you're on hold, stand by. There's only one opening on our board at 1-888-GO-KANE, 888-465-2631. I was talking in the first segment. I got up, I cleaned the whole house this morning. I wanted my wife to wake up too. I did not mop the floors, I must say. I didn't have time to mop the floors. But I would have if I had just a little more time. But I didn't have time. But I did everything else. So I'm up early and I'm cleaning. And I heard noise at my front door. I'm not kidding. It really startled me. It really startled me. First I thought, did the dog get out? What's going on? So now I saw the dog. I thought, was my daughter locked out? My daughter, no, she was home in her room. I was like, what is going on out there? It scared the daylights out of me because it was about, 4:45 this morning. I'm like, what is going on? So I got my doorbell camera, got it on my phone, took my phone out and looked. It was the Amazon guy. And he was like in his own private vehicle too, in front of my house, delivering whatever my wife ordered. It scared the daylights out of me. But you know what? Not for long, because I got the doorbell camera. I got a notification when he was there. I pulled it up on my phone. I could see it. I was like, oh, okay. That's great. And I know it's dark outside. A little tiny light bulb out there, but the night vision works. You can see great in the dark, too. Listen, call Sloman's. I'm going to give you the number right now and ask them how you can get a free doorbell camera. You'll love it. It'll change your life. It'll make you feel safe and secure, and it's very convenient. If I didn't have the doorbell camera this morning, I would have been afraid to go out there and find out what was going on. I'm going to give you the number, and make sure you tell them you heard about it here on the radio. They'll tell you how you can get a free doorbell camera. I know, isn't it nuts? How did we get by without all of this modern stuff? Here's the number, 833-283-5050. By the way, no matter where you're located, give them a call, all right? 833-283-5050. That's 833-283-5050, and ask them how you can get a free doorbell camera. All right. We're going to go to the phones. There's only one opening on our board at 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. It is always a toll-free call. And we're talking about the new criminal investigation going into our great governor, Ron DeSantis, by this Texarkana sheriff. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jeff, Port Charlotte, Florida.
Hey, what's up, Port Charlotte?
Not much. Hey, listen, I got a question about this. Now, if they could do a criminal investigation into Mr. Ron DeSantis, could he return and have the state of Florida do one into the Biden regime, because they have been illegal?
No, the governor of Florida doesn't. He's not law enforcement. The governor of Florida. He doesn't do criminal investigations.
But couldn't he do I don't know? Don't we have a state police that he could? Hey, listen, here's a commission because Biden did fly some illegals.
I guess he could ask state law enforcement to look into it. I don't know if that's appropriate or not. He could, but do we really want to do that? We don't want to do. See, this is what I was talking about. The dangers of what the Democrats are doing. It started with Dinesh D'Souza and Donald Trump. You don't want to have criminal investigations into people because they're political opponents, and that's what's going on here. That's not right. That's not America. No,
I totally understand it. Yeah, I get that. I don't like it at all one bit. But until something happens, until we fight back.
All right. Okay, I know. Sometimes I wonder, do you guys know we're on the radio? Do you think I'm talking to you in your living room? Out in your front yard to your neighbor? I mean, do you... These people. Oh, my goodness. All right, 1-888-COCAINE-1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. I don't know. Did I hit the dump button yesterday at all? I don't remember. Was that the first time this week? I may have done it yesterday. I can't remember. Yesterday was an exciting show. A lot going on. That may have been the first time of the week. All right, 1-888-GO-CAINE-1. I was just waiting for the delay to build back up before I took another call, and here we are. We've got the delay built back up. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. It's John in Wellington.
Oh, man. Hey, John. I know I won't have to use the dump button for you.
No. To piggyback, though, on your last caller, you don't want to do criminal investigations on political opponents.
That's right.
But you definitely need to do criminal investigations if there are suspected crimes. legitimate crimes. And maybe Governor DeSantis needs to remind the left, who want this criminal investigation, is a crime. And if you give aid and comfort to these criminals, that's also a crime. And that's all the left has been doing since day one.
Well, when you're talking about the border, okay, that's not local jurisdiction, that's federal jurisdiction. And what Greg Abbott's been doing, which is pretty smart, he's gotten a bunch of sheriffs together, and they're enforcing, with the maximum penalty allowed under Texas law, crimes like littering on the migrants that are coming across the border, and that's had some positive impact.
But we do have laws in this country, and they're federal laws that say the border should be closed.
Yeah, but a governor or a local police officer has no jurisdiction over federal crime.
I guess so. I guess that's a job for Mr. Trump when he gets back in office.
Yeah.
Hammer on these.
You know, I mean, the sad reality is I don't know if Biden is breaking the law transporting migrants to other states. I don't know, but I do know this. I don't want to live in a country where law enforcement at the local and federal level is used to open up criminal cases against political opponents. That's not how the United States operates, or supposed to operate.
I agree, but it just seems that the left pulls these things out of their hat on so many different occasions, and the right just seems to sit back and take it.
I don't think we're taking it. We've got a whole bunch of strong leaders on the way. Look, we've got Trump and DeSantis, who are very strong. If Carrie Lake, who is governess, I don't know, but if she becomes the governor or governess of Arizona, she's going to be like Ron DeSantis times 20 out there, because she's got the border right there. She's got to deal with firsthand. It's going to be huge.
You're absolutely right, and you said that help is on the way. That doesn't help us right now. So cross our fingers and hope for the best.
Yep. All right. Take care, John in Wellington. Great call. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mike from Louisiana.
Oh, hey, Mike.
You know, what we're talking about here with these Democrats and them saying, "Oh, we're gonna this sheriff saying we're gonna investigate him." What we're talking about is what Bongino calls hierarchy. It's not hypocrisy. It's hierarchy. We can do all we want to you, but you can't do it back to us. It's not fair if you do it back to us. That's what they're doing. You know, that's what they're doing here. You know, if he decides, and the first caller was right about DeSantis investigating the sheriff, because if the sheriff breaks the border and goes and tries to arrest DeSantis, which is
the cruise
probably
is
highly
January
illegal,
28th.
but he could get arrested for trying that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's illegal to do that. You know, and then it's trying to prosecute your enemies. They don't understand. The Democrats. This isn't, like I said, this isn't hypocrisy. This is hierarchy. We can do all we want to you, but you can't do it back to us. And you can't bring...
Well, the Democrats have a history of violating people's rights. Remember, Democrats, you know, like the sheriff in Texas, the Democrats were the ones who told blacks they couldn't be out on the streets after a certain time or use a certain restroom or drinking fountain. Democrats are those who enslaved blacks in this country. So Democrats have always been about taking people's freedom away. Hey, listen, I got to run for our break for the bottom, but thanks for the call. We'll take our break and be right back. I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Show. Don't go anywhere. Have always been about taking people's freedom away. Hey, listen, I got to run for our break for the bottom, but thanks for the call. We'll take our break and be right back. I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Show. Don't go anywhere.
Making morning radio.
Oh, man. Hey, guys, all the mods out there, I left a message for you guys last night. Actually, two of them because I misspoke in the first one, so I had to correct something. So hopefully you take a look and check those out. And by the way, guys, you know, go to mypillow.com. Even if you don't need anything, buy something and support Mike Lindell, because, you know, with our promo code Kane, of course, because you support all my content at the same time. But, you know, mypillow.com is becoming like a legal defense fund. You know, Mike Lindell is personally being sued, billions with a B dollars. His company's being sued for billions of dollars with a B. And now he's got this new lawsuit that he's filing today against the U.S. government, the FBI, and the Justice Department over this raid against him last week where they took his phone. So go to mypillow.com, use my promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, and there are just great deals there. When I was doing the laundry this morning, I was folding the towels. We've got 2 sets of the MyPillow towels. It's the 6-piece MyPillow towel set. With our promo code, it's just $44.98. And those are great towels, man. And we have 2 sets of them. Steve Kane Show. Neighbors. The MyPillow My Slippers are $90 off right now with our promo code KANE. I have 2 pairs of those, K-A-N-E, just $49.98. I was also washing and putting away some of our sheets this morning. You know, we have the 100% Giza Cotton MyPillow Dream Sheets. This is the lowest price ever on the MyPillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets, just $39.99 with our promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. The MyPillow, this is really low. The MyPillow is just $19.88 with the promo code KANE. The MyPillow pet beds are 50% off. You can get them for $20, $19.99 for the MyPillow pet bed with our promo code KANE. There's a whole line of MyPillow clothing that's 80% off with our promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. And of course, everyone should have the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper, which is at its lowest price ever, 50% off with our promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. And Mike Lindell needs your help. He needs your support. I mean, he is really going up against it. Yeah, do your Christmas shopping early. It's really awful. It really is.
I'm coming down with something, but did you ever think you might not be sick? You might have an allergy. Find out and have your allergies tested at any lab test now with Coral Springs.
Well, that's how, Democrats, this is how they are. You're really getting to see what Democrats are like. We'll be coming back just a couple minutes from our there's profanities you can't use and things. It's not topics that you're not allowed to talk about on the radio. It's language. Big difference. Not topics. We can talk about any topic we want on the radio within reason. Not going to talk about pornography or something, but it's language. People use profanities.
A shredder that won't shred under your bed, or a collection of cables cluttering up your closet. Recycle them now at Staples. With Staples Free Tech Take Back, we'll recycle.
I'm not going to tell you what the words are. You can figure them out. I'm not going to say them, but.
Back in rewards. So if you have modems, mice, and mobile phones making a mess of your home, recycle them now at Staples. Limit one per month. Redeemable in-store only. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/recycling for details.
Hear that music? That means it's Christmas shopping season.
My Christmas commercial for MyPillow.
Better place to go than MyPillow.
The F word is only 1. It used to be 7 words, but people have invented a whole bunch of new words since the list of 7 words came out, and there's other words that have been added to that list. No, there's more than 7 now, Mark. You'd be surprised, people, some of the new speech that comes out of people. Some of the new ones are hybrids of the original 7. You've got 7 root words, I guess you could say. Please don't put them in here, all right, Michael? We don't need to. Nobody needs to read those words. All right, coming back after this. Yeah, George Carlin said that, though, like 35, 40 years ago. There's been words added, phrases added, because the language updates.
Something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army Together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard.
A listener gave this to me.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show, celebrating 45 years.
Yes. People are asking me where I got the hat I'm wearing. I've got this great hat on today. It's one of my favorite hats. That's why I don't wear it much, because I want to preserve it. One of our listeners, Gary in Coral Springs, a longtime loyal listener to the program, gave me this hat. It says, Trump DeSantis 24, Make America Florida. I love this hat. Oh, man, I do. And this one I usually have hanging on the door in my studio at home. All right, I'm Brian Craig. You're listening, of course, to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977. It's Tuesday morning. Oh, man, they're starting criminal investigations of our great governor, Ron DeSantis, and much more. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. I've only had to use the dump button once already, and it's not even 7 a.m. My goodness. My goodness. People were asking me during the break, well, what are the topics that people aren't allowed to talk about? It's not topics. When I hit the dump button on a call, it's not topics, it's language. There's certain things. And there's things beyond the 7 words of George Carlin, all right? There's certain language, certain phrases, certain words you cannot use on the radio, okay? And I think sometimes people forget we're on the radio because they're so passionate about things. All right, let's go to the phones. 1-888-GO-KANE, 1. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Richie. Good.
Oh, hey, Richie.
Tomorrow, with all this craziness going on with Governor DeSantis,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking, I went back in time, and this just exposed everything. The Democratic debates that they had when everyone was up on stage in Miami, every one of them got up there, and they all wanted the question was asked, what do you do with illegal?
Yeah.
Democrat wanted to say that it was a misdemeanor or completely eliminate the law.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Call them illegals. They don't believe they're illegals.
Well, what they believe, this is really a crazy thing. This started with La Raza in the early 90s. Started this idea, and it's become mainstream now among Democrats, and kids have been learning about it in college for about 15 years. In America, if you're from Mexico, you're Mexican. If you're from Canada, you're Canadian, right? If you are from the United States, you are an American, not a United Statesian. And this will sound ridiculous and very stupid what I'm about to tell you, but this is what liberals believe, and they brainwash themselves with this. They believe that since we call ourselves Americans, that this country is for everyone from North and South America. The migrants are South Americans. Canadians and Mexicans are North Americans. And Central America, I guess, I don't know where that falls really, where they decided in geography where Central America falls. But they've told themselves that they're all Americans. So they're entitled to be in the United States because we call ourselves Americans, not United Statesians. And they also believe that the entire...
Children, if you can remember that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the cages. Yeah.
And they couldn't find the parents. Of course, a lot of them were coming over here with there weren't their parents.
Correct.
They were strangers. So the bottom line is that every Democrat that was running for president of the United States, there was like 11 of them or something like that, every one of them believed, and especially Buttigieg, that we should decriminalize this whole thing and let everybody in here. So this is...
Well, look at this guy up in New York that was like trying to hurt people, that did a couple hours in jail and is out putting things on social media. Yeah, the axe guy, the guy with the axe, and he's like, I did my time. How many hours did he do with the axe? Yeah, an hour. Yeah.
And I were at McDonald's Sunday morning in Sebastian, and I said, did you feel like we were in danger in McDonald's? Well, then I told her, you should see what goes on in McDonald's in New York. The guy is attacking people with axes, and he's busting them.
And he's free.
And they let him right out.
They probably gave him the axe back. Personal property.
craziness. This is
So so the liberals just don't believe in crime.
no. They don't believe. They don't. This was everyone.
Well, no, then they just put them in a prison in this country.
The bottom line is this: we can't afford this right now with the economy. We're in trouble ourselves. We have our own homeless problem. We can't take millions of people from all over the world, and it's not a cruel thing to say we need borders. These people are, they believe in feelings.
Ring. There are people involved in this fentanyl. I saw there was a fentanyl bust I saw this morning. Enough fentanyl to kill 1.5 million people. You keep hearing these. I've been talking for the last few weeks. My friend Tom Trento sent me a diagram of this, where the fentanyl is made in the factories in China. They put it on ships in China, ship it to the Pacific ports of Mexico. The cartels unload the fentanyl from the Mexican ports and then put it on the backs of people walking across the border. And their pockets, backpacks, purses, whatever they have, their plastic grocery bags, whatever they have is filled with fentanyl. And this is the largest drug trafficking operation in history. And there are some big people way at the top that are making boatloads of money. It may be the big rehabilitation companies, for all I know, that are behind it. But there's, what I'm talking. There's some big donors that are in favor of this fentanyl trafficking that are allowing this to happen. That is the main reason that this is going on right now. It's not even the Great Replacement. I'm not saying there's not other things the Democrats like about it, like, the Great Replacement theory. I'm not saying all that stuff's not true, but the main reason, those are all perks. The main reason is this fentanyl trafficking.
One quick thing, and this is really...
Yeah.
So see what he's...
Yeah, and he got, and Trump put out on True Social, he says if he was there, as the president, he would not have been sitting in the 14th row. And they had an article out today that says, well, the reason that Biden was sitting in the 14th row is because the leaders of the Commonwealth nations had preferred seating. I don't think so. The United States supports the Commonwealth.
He was late. He was late getting them.
Well, they save your seat if you're the president of the United States. You arrive when you arrive.
But he didn't want the world to see how messed up he was. He didn't even know how to...
Let me tell you, let me tell you what they did. The way that Biden was treated yesterday, no American president has been treated that way. What about that special relationship we're supposed to have with the Brits? The last time an American was treated like that is, my goodness, during the colonial times when the colonial leaders, Benjamin Franklin, went to Parliament. I mean, I've never seen an American leader treated so poorly.
You see him come off the plane with his wife holding him. She looks like his nurse.
Well, that's what she's become. Yeah.
It's disgraceful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you too. I mean, it's a national embarrassment, and he shouldn't have put up with that. These countries, we have defended them and supported them, and defended them with, I don't know how many Americans have died, keeping the United Kingdom free, and how much money we've spent protecting them through NATO and the Commonwealth countries around the world. I don't know. But you don't put the President of the United States in row 14. That just doesn't happen. My goodness. I don't care. The Commonwealth, what countries' leaders get to sit in front of the President of the United States? And it's not just a personal embarrassment to him. It's a slap in the face of this country. And that was not an accident. And it was not because he was late. That's what they're trying to tell you. That's where that caught in traffic BS and all this stuff came up. My goodness, are you kidding me? They save a seat. Those are reserved seats. It wasn't because he was late. It's because they view America as weak, and they're trying to put us in the place that they think we should be in row 14 behind Zambia. I don't know, Zambia a country? It sounds like a country. Maybe that's where Eddie Murphy's from in Coming to America. I don't know. It sounds like a country. Doesn't matter. These countries are as important as fictitious countries, most of them, that were sitting in front of the President of the United States. What a humiliation. Listen, we're going to take our last break of this hour, come back with more calls, and I've got a lot more to share, too. I'm going to play the sheriff who's investigating our great governor. Steve Kane Radio Show. My name is Brian Craig. We'll take a quick break, come back. Don't go anywhere. Back right after this. 465-2631. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show. My name is Brian Craig. We'll take a quick break, come back. Don't go anywhere. Back right after this. Oh, man.
The cold, hard truth. Delivered morning 6 to 9 right here on The Steve Kane Show on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Brian Craig here. How would you like a free doorbell camera? That's right, a free doorbell camera. I have one and you will love one. The first 40 listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects with your cell phone with the installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands no matter where you are. And that's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So you're getting an LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 arm doors, and a backup battery. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 listeners to call 1-833-283-5050, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. So call Sloman's right now for this limited time offer. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050.
Florida Luxury Cabinets is your local cabinet showroom right in Boca Raton, specializing in custom cabinets and countertops, providing luxury design and installation, each style embodying a distinct...
I don't know, they dressed down Benjamin Franklin. They yelled at him.
Florida Luxury Cabinets for your free consultation. Florida Luxury Cabinets, 2621 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. Call 561-646-8560. That's 561-646-8560.
Have you put off buying new tires because you thought they were too expensive? Find friendly prices at
Yeah, make sure you all like the video and share if you don't mind, and subscribe if you're new.
$70 a tire. That's out the door and on the road, because Friendly Tire doesn't charge you to balance the tire or mount the tire. They have thousands of used tires in stock too, starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445.
Do you suffer from knee pain? Have you been told that you have bone on bone or need a knee replacement? Have you been told that you have osteoarthritis? Well, then come see us at Lighthouse Medical Center. We have non-surgical solutions that include rehab and injections that can prevent you from having to have surgery or prolong the surgery. We've been in practice for 75 years. And
oh yeah, this is I love this hat. Yeah, Gary in Coral Springs. He's a good guy. He gave me this hat, and I've only worn it a few times because I like it. It looks brand new.
This is Lori Kane.
I take very good care of this hat.
Dentists, they think of the pain, but the biggest pain is the cost. Not with Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental Care. The dental work is painless, and the prices are painless too. Call today, 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. BrightonDentalCare.com.
Think you might have COVID? Have you come into contact with someone who is sick? Are you traveling and need a COVID test? Same-day PCR testing is available at any lab test now at Boca in the Sandalfoot Plaza where the Western Beef is. South of Palmetto on the east side of 441. Open Monday through Saturday, no appointment necessary.
We take on the social justice warriors for breakfast. Now the Steve Kane Show is on the air.
Yes, yes. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Brian Craig. You were listening to the longest-running radio show in the state of Florida, the Steve Kane Show. You know, Mike Lindell, what Mike Lindell is going through is just insane. It really is. You know, he was raided by the FBI last week, and today he's doing something big.
My lawyers and I got together the last couple of days, and on Tuesday, we're suing the United States government and the FBI. We're suing them for violating our First Amendment rights, our Fourth Amendment rights, our Fifth Amendment rights, and our Sixth Amendment rights.
Yeah, and Tuesday, that's today. So today, Mike Lindell, who has put together a legal team headed up by the great legendary Alan Dershowitz, suing the Justice Department, the FBI, and the government for this raid that he experienced where they took his phone last week. It was insane. And, you know, MyPillow has been dropped by all the major stores, Bed Bath & Beyond, Walmart, Kohl's, and many, many others. And, you know, his company is being sued, and he is personally being sued for billions of dollars. That's billions with a B. And now he's got this new legal fight over this FBI raid. You know, go to MyPillow.com, buy something with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. You know, MyPillow.com in a way is becoming kind of like a legal fund. You know, and it's a great way for you to support not just Mike Lindell, but the Steve Kane Show as well. There are great specials going on there right now with our promo code Kane at checkout. And, you know, this morning I was doing laundry around the house and folding it and putting it away. And a lot of the MyPillow products I was actually washing and drying and folding and putting away today, including the 6-piece MyPillow towel sets that we have. We have 2 MyPillow towel sets. They are wonderful. With our promo code Kane right now, just $44.98, very low price. I also washed our 100% Giza cotton MyPillow sheets. We have several sets of these. They're at the lowest price ever, just $39.99 with the promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. There are many other incredible specials. Take advantage of them. Even if you don't need anything now, support Mike Lindell. Start your Christmas shopping early. The 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper is at its lowest price ever, 50% off. But you've got to use our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. That 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper, I've had one on my bed for about a year and a half. It will change your life. You will sleep like you never have before. And of course, the MyPillow pet beds, right now, 50% off the MyPillow pet beds. I have 2 of these, and they wash and dry very well. They're like new every time you wash and dry them. They're 50% off with the promo code Kane, Kane, at checkout. You can get a MyPillow pet bed for just $19.99, $20. Good deal. Make sure you use the promo code Kane. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879, promo code Kane, Kane. I just got a message from John in Wellington, who called earlier in the hour. Didn't want to call back, 1 call per day, but he sent me a message during the last break. He got a notification to lower his flag, his American flag, at his house right here in South Florida to half in honor of Queen Elizabeth. Is that why the flags have been lowered? I've noticed that. The fire department by my house and the school by my house, they had the flags lowered this week. Is that because of the Queen? I thought I missed something in the news. Since when do we had a rebellion, an American Revolution? We had a revolution against the royal family. And I respect them and all, but I don't know about this flying the flag at half for the Queen of England. I'm sorry. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so let's get back to this. So the sheriff out in Texas is launching a criminal investigation of Governor DeSantis and I believe Greg Abbott as well. Let me play. This is the sheriff's press conference. Listen to this. This is the sheriff in Texas. I guess they originated from Texas. So he details this kidnapping scheme that they claim DeSantis was running. Listen.
With regard to the suspected activities involving the 48 migrants from Venezuela, that, as we understand it at this point, the facts of the case at this point, are that on Wednesday, September 14th, here in Bexar County in the city of San Antonio, our understanding is that a Venezuelan migrant was paid what we would call a bird dog fee to recruit approximately 50 migrants from the area around a migrant resource center on San Pedro here in San Antonio. As we understand it, 48 migrants were lured, I will use the word lured, under false pretenses into staying at a hotel for a couple of days. They were taken by airplane. At a certain point, they were shuttled to an airplane.
Wow, sounds like they got a great deal put up for free. Keep in mind, these are people that are poor and homeless from Venezuela, which is a country that is, they claim to be from Venezuela, which is basically an anarchy right now. They're staying in nice hotel rooms in Florida. They're flying on private jet charters. I've never been on a private jet charter. Have you?
Where they were flown to Florida and then eventually flown to Martha's Vineyard.
Oh my goodness, so they flew on 2 private jet charters from Texas to Florida, and then they got to go to the slums of Martha's, but this is crazy.
again, under false pretenses is the information that we have, that they were promised work, they were promised the solution to several of their problems. They were taken to Martha's Vineyard, from what we can gather, for little more than a photo op, video op, and then they were unceremoniously stranded in Martha's Vineyard.
Now, Massachusetts is a sanctuary state. So, when you're a sanctuary state, aren't you offering sanctuary? No sanctuary for them. Then it's not a sanctuary. How can you call yourself a sanctuary? See, I saw some of the local news in Massachusetts about this. And they had an anchor. I saw this over the weekend. They said that while the state of Massachusetts is a sanctuary state, Martha's Vineyard is not. So these liberals that run Massachusetts all live in Martha's Vineyard, and they have allowed the state to be a sanctuary state, but not where they live, in Martha's Vineyard. How cute, how elitist.
What infuriates me the most about this case is that here we have 48 people that are already on hard times, right? They are here legally in our country at that point.
How are you here legally when you've entered illegally? They're not here legally in the country. They're illegals waiting for a court date.
They have every right to be where they are. And I believe that they were preyed upon. Somebody came from out of state, preyed upon these people.
Okay, now if it's a crime to transport them, like they claim DeSantis did, this is the sheriff in Texas who's got this criminal investigation he's launched. If it's illegal to transport them, didn't these Martha Vineyard residents break the law when they called in the National Guard and forced them on tour buses to leave and go to a military base?
Lured them with promises of a better life, which is what they were absolutely looking for, and with the knowledge that they were going to cling to whatever hope they could be offered for a better life, to just be exploited and hoodwinked into making this trip to Florida and then onward to Martha's Vineyard for what I believe to be nothing more than political posturing to make a point. Well, look, we all know that during a political campaign, things can get nasty, things can get out of hand, but when you're playing with human lives of people that are already in a desperate situation, people that again, had every right to be where they were, but were lured under false pretenses, that does tend to bother me quite a bit. And so we are absolutely opening up an investigation into this. Since this past weekend, I've been talking to at least one non-governmental organization involved in the case, LULAC National. Also been talking to at least one attorney involved with representing these folks that are still up on the East Coast, as well as several members of the media, local and national. And all indications are that at this point we are going to be opening an investigation. It is way too early for me to start naming any suspects. We do have the names of some suspects.
Okay, the suspects, okay. He's not naming the suspects, okay, but the suspects are Governor Ron DeSantis and Governor Greg Abbott.
Local and national. And all indications are that at this point we are going to be opening an investigation. It is way too early for me to start naming any suspects. We do have the names of some suspects involved that we believe are persons of interest in this case at this point, but I won't be parting with those names. I think to be fair, I think everybody on this call knows who those names are already, so I won't be naming any of them, but suffice it to say we will be opening up a case. El Departamento del Sheriff del Condado Beja.
Okay, then he said everything over again in Spanish, I guess. I don't understand Spanish, but then he did the whole thing in Spanish, so I'm assuming he repeated everything in Spanish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, when they first started talking, it was Newsom talking about kidnapping charges against DeSantis. I thought it was a joke, but you know what? It's not a joke. They're doing it. They're doing it. Oh man, you know, it's been over 2 weeks since I had my laser away pain treatment from Dr. Philip Appleton. He is really amazing. Not only am I pain-free, the only time I even know or realize I even had a knee problem in the past is when I'm doing the commercial talking to you guys about him. I forget about my knee. And my knee was always a pain in my knee because I was in pain for years in my knee. The pain was actually in my lower knee. And the laser away pain system, there are no injections, no drugs, no surgery, no downtime either. It's really a miracle. I wish I would have known about Dr. Appleton years ago and his laser away pain system. It does work, and it works on more than just knee pain. Stenosis, neck pain, tennis elbow, strains and sprains, sciatica, muscular contractions, lumbar pain, hip pain, bursitis, arthritis, pain in your hand, your back, anywhere you've got pain, it can help. Now, Dr. Appleton is located in Pompano. He's south of Atlantic and about a mile north of Cypress Creek Road on Powerline. Not too far from the track over there. Give him a call. He's open 6 days a week. You don't even need an appointment. Walk-ins are welcome, all right? Here's his number, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. Online, AppletonChiro.com. Make sure you tell Dr. Appleton you heard about him on the radio so you get that free consultation. You can see him today. 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. Give Dr. Appleton a call and say, bye-bye pain. Back after this. 0710. 954-973-0710. Give Dr. Appleton a call and say, bye-bye pain. Back after this.
The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 is here.
Just let me hear some of that rock.
Steve Kane Show. Yeah. All right, hold on.
Here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good morning, everybody. Hope your day's off to a good start. Another humid one today. We'll have a good chance of some scattered showers and storms again with highs near average values in the upper 80s. I'm WPB at 25. First warning meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time Oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies.
Yeah, sheriffs are elected. They're politicians. And this one, no, he's a Texas sheriff. He said they originated their travel out of Texas. They went from Texas to Florida and then from Florida to Martha's Vineyard.
As for the Service Streets Boca Raton, track work has Northwest 2nd Street closed between Northwest 1st Avenue and Dixie Highway, so go ahead and take Palmetto Park Road instead. Also in Broward County, 2 left lanes are blocked on Sunrise Boulevard eastbound at 31st Avenue. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle: air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. That's shopping. I'm Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News update.
ABC News Now, I'm Mark Remillard. The Federal Reserve set to convene today for its latest policy meeting. The central bank is expected to further raise interest rates as it tries to rein in inflation.
It is trying to slow down high prices in the economy, trying to slow down inflation while not tipping the economy into a full-blown...
Yeah, people are moving to Florida in droves. I mean, rents are through the roof. If you're a undocumented person in Florida, good luck making rent in Florida right now.
Here's a message just for the attorneys out there. So you passed the bar, joined a firm, or even built your own. Now are you finding out that you're doing more administration than actual law practice? Lexicon can help. Lexicon is a legal technology provider with over a decade of experience streamlining administrative tasks like timekeeping, billing, and more, so you can focus on maximizing billable hours and increasing client satisfaction. Call 855-4-LEXICON or visit lexiconservices.com/go to learn more.
Opinions are like everyone's got one. Get yours in the Steve Kane Show.
Yes. We are back. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show. They're going after DeSantis. And the kidnapping investigation out of Texas is only one angle. There's more, which I'll get to in a bit. But let's take a call or two first. Our number, toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. 888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, RJ from Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, RJ.
My curiosity is, who is the sheriff? A liberal sheriff out of Texas?
Yes, Democrat. Yes.
Well, he's out of the norm in Texas. He was enticed. He was coerced. someone put him up to it.
No, there's Democrat. He's a Democrat sheriff in a Democrat county. Texas is a big state. There are Democrats out there. Now, it's just like Florida. We have Democrats here. We have Democrat counties in Florida. It's awful, but we do. It's too bad. And they have some in Texas too.
Well, someone put him up to it. What can I tell you?
No, he's a political. No one put him up to it. He's the sheriff of the county where 50 migrants recently died of heat exhaustion in the back of a semi-truck. Remember this a few weeks back?
Well, any sheriff along the border is not liberal. I'm sorry. What can I tell you?
All right. Well, that guy is. Yeah, that guy is. No, listen. No, a lot of politicians throughout time in these areas are on the take for criminals. And he obviously is in league with the smuggling operation that's going on down there because he allows it.
Gotta go.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. No, believe it or not, there are I'm in a Democrat county right now. Mar-a-Lago is in Palm Beach County, and that's a Democrat county. It's crazy to think about it, but it is. So this is not the only area that they're going after DeSantis on. Rabbi David, are you out there listening today? I'll ask. Steve will be joining us later in the show. I'll ask him about this too. Now, Governor Ron DeSantis, who's the greatest governor that Florida and the United States have ever seen, not just Florida, but all of the United States. He's awesome. He's a rock star. He's got 2 new ads out, and let me play the new one, and then we'll talk about the controversial one now that came out a week or so ago. Governor DeSantis has released a new ad. Here it is. You're getting kind of a sneak peek here.
Our middle son, Brandon, left to go to work. He was only 21 years old. And the last words I said to him is, "I love you." And he twice deported illegal. Ran into him and hit him so hard that he caused Brandon's car to flip. And he killed him. My child was killed by someone who should not have been here. This is what happens when we have open borders. We were able to go and meet with Governor DeSantis. He said, "I want to hear your son's story." And to see the compassion in his eyes, and I saw the concern. He wanted to make sure other lives were protected. And as a governor, he truly has been upholding the oath that he took, which is to protect Floridians. He not only talks a good talk, but he walks it. He's been very strong on safety. He's been very strong on law and order. He has made our state one of the safest states to be in. There's no greater leader than Governor DeSantis because he didn't just listen. He put action behind it.
Okay, now that's Ron DeSantis' new ad. That's not the one that is the controversy that is about to happen today, that I got a little sneak peek from the mainstream media through my investigations this morning. But that woman, she's black, and she's a Floridian, and her son was killed by an illegal. And she says there in that commercial, he was killed by someone that should not have been here. Right. Remember that movie with Tom Cruise, Minority Report? Remember that? It was based on a story written by the same guy that wrote Blade Runner. I'm not going to say his name because his last name is the nickname for Richard. But anyway, Philip K. Richard. His last name's not Richard. It's the nickname for Richard. But anyway, in that movie Minority Report, remember what it was about? It was the Bureau of Pre-Crime. Right? They had these psychics. They could see crime that was going to happen in the future, and they would go arrest people for crimes they had not yet committed, but would in the future, according to the psychics. Well, that's a little bit like it is with the crime that's committed by illegals in this country. We could, the Border Patrol, and if they were allowed to do their job, if the wall was completed, that's kind of like a Bureau of Pre-Crime too, like in Minority Report, because people that are going to murder people, hurt people, rob people, commit crimes, victimize people would never be here to do it. And that's a very powerful commercial. And I'm assuming it's just a coincidence that her son's name is Brandon, who was killed by the illegal. Now, I got a question here that I got to ask. I was hoping to hear from Rabbi David today. I don't know if Rabbi David, if you're out there. Governor DeSantis had an ad that he released about a week or so ago. That's a very good ad. And now they're telling us that Ron DeSantis is in league with an anti-Semite in this ad. Let me play. This is the original ad of Ron DeSantis, about a week, maybe 2 weeks old. It's a very good one, talking about how Florida was free while the rest of the country was shut down and locked down. This is a DeSantis ad. Listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Ron DeSantis.
Today we deliver for the people of Florida yet again.
You saved our jobs.
And kept us going. They tried to shut us down, but you saved our business. $1,000 bonuses.
You had our backs.
And honored our service.
You led by facts, not fear.
And you let us decide.
You let me go to school. You gave me a voice.
You put us first.
And didn't let them keep us apart.
You let us learn.
You let us compete.
All of us. You protected our right to worship together in person.
And you raised our pay.
You protected our waters. And kept Florida beautiful. When they attacked you, you didn't cave.
You stood strong for Florida.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor.
Gracias, Gobernador DeSantis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor DeSantis.
Okay, now that's a very good ad. Now, towards about 3/4, let me rewind it a little bit. The preacher, the minister that comes up here.
Together in person.
Oh, I didn't rewind it enough. Hold on.
You protected our right to worship together in person.
Okay. That pastor, his name is Larry Jinks. He says, you protected our right to worship together in person. And he's pastor of First Baptist in St. James City, Florida. And, you know, I remember over in Tampa, they got a talking about how they don't have Democrats in Texas. They obviously have a Democrat sheriff out there, Beto, too. We got Democrat sheriffs in this state. And Ron DeSantis is free Florida. And one of them is the Hillsborough County Sheriff. Remember this guy? That's the Tampa area. And they arrested a pastor who was holding services over there. Remember that? It was high profile in the news. Well, the minister in this ad, Larry Jinks, the pastor of First Baptist in St. James City, Florida, who says you protected our right to worship together. Listen to this. This is in Mediaite, which is a left-wing news outlet. And you're going to start to see this full frontal attack on DeSantis. DeSantis ad, this is the headline in liberal Mediaite. DeSantis ad features anti-Semitic pastor who ripped the Pope for promoting peace between Christians, Jews, and Muslims. Oh my goodness. Sounds terrible, huh? Let's find out what he really said. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis sparked controversy in recent weeks as The Forward reported on Monday that an ad released September 6th by DeSantis' re-election campaign featured a Christian nationalist pastor with anti-Semitic views. Oh, he's a Christian nationalist. They're trying to say he's a Nazi and he's an anti-Semite. The ad is titled Results, which I just played, and you hear him say, you protected our right to worship together. Pastor Jinks has a history of inflammatory rhetoric, noted The Forward, who ran through some of the pastor's more controversial statements. This is a quote of the pastor that they have. It's a shame that the Jews, who should know better, reject their own Messiah, who fulfilled every one of their prophecies, still believe that they need sacrifices and the temple to sacrifice them in. He posted this to Facebook in April. Nonetheless, because of their rejection, they will move forward with that plan. Is that anti-Semitic? Saying it's a shame that Jews have rejected the Messiah. Is that anti-Semitic? Christians want everyone to know and accept Jesus. Pastor Jinks also slammed Pope Francis for offering messages of religious tolerance between Christians, Muslims, and Jews, they claim. This is a step in what the Pope has been pushing for, peace amongst the three world religions. It seems like there's a plan among world leaders to push this unity, which is just the opposite of what Jesus taught and what Christians are supposed to do, Jinks wrote. I don't know, is this anti-Semitic? It doesn't sound anti-Semitic. It doesn't necessarily mean I agree with him, but that's not anti-Semitic. But now, DeSantis is in league with anti-Semitic Nazis. Well, I guess all Nazis are anti-Semitic. We'll talk more about it after the break. Don't go anywhere. Like, that's not anti-Semitic, but now DeSantis is in league with anti-Semitic Nazis. Well, I guess all Nazis are anti-Semitic. We'll talk more about it after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Wake up and smell the truth.
Steve Kane Show. Oh, Rabbi David. Wow. You talk about Rabbi on call. Hold on.
561-245-8101. And make sure you tell him you heard about him on the Steve Kane Show.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to make a plan.
I personally believe Christianity is Judaism. Christians are Jews. In the early church after the death of Jesus. But yeah, Christianity is Judaism.
Think you might have COVID? Have you come into contact with someone who is sick? Are you traveling and need a COVID test? Same-day PCR testing is available at any lab test now at Boca in the Sandalfoot Plaza where the Western Beef is, south of Pamela.
Yeah.
Set at 441. Open Monday through Saturday. No appointment necessary.
Any supplier can drop a box outside your door. But if you want a partner who delivers great customer service too, rely on Cintas. Your dedicated service reps can deliver what you need to help your business run smoothly. From essential cleaning products to hygienically cleaned apparel, fire protection services to first aid and safety supplies. That service you can't get from a box.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Hello, this is Mike at Friendly Tire. I've been in business 30 years at the same location and offering great deals on new and used tires. I have many suppliers. Whatever car or truck you have, I can get you incredible deals on any tire. I also do tire repairs at very low prices. Give me a call. My number is 954-977-9445. I will give you a price over the phone on new and used tires. Again, my number is 954-977-9445. Thank you.
This is Scott from Cut My Kilowatts. Give me a call today to save up to 50% on your insulation and radiant barrier, and up to 35% on your electric bill. That's 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500.
Ready to get fired up? Just 60 seconds and you'll be racing for the phone. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is Steve Kane Show with Brian.
Yes, it is. Welcome back, everyone. I am Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Show. And let me tell you, it is still rainy season. It is still hurricane season. I know it looks beautiful outside right now. I see the sun rising over the beach. I can see the beach. I can see the ocean right here outside of the window of the studio. But but you know what? It'll probably be raining today, right? This afternoon. It's rainy season. It's hurricane season. Man, was it raining yesterday? It's been raining so much that I've had to dry off the inside of my mailbox off because the mail, it keeps getting left open, and the rain, it gets in there and gets all my mail wet. Man, if you've got a wet spot on your ceiling, you have a leak in your roof. And when you have a leak in your roof, you want to call Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting. He's a good MAGA guy, and he'll never sell you a roof you don't need. You may just need a simple repair. No matter where you're located in the state of Florida, Tom Laporta can help. Now, he basically rebuilt Steve's entire house because Steve ignored the wet spot on his ceiling, and he had a whole bunch of wet spots, and the leaks grew and grew and grew, and he needed a whole new roof. And that water damage, well, he had 40% of the drywall in his home was filled with deadly black mold. And I remember when Tom Laporta went over there, I noticed this too. Went over there, I could smell the mold in Steve's house, but Steve and his family didn't smell it because it gradually grew and they didn't even notice it anymore. Isn't that something? Yeah, and that stuff is bad news. Steve's over there with his family, with his grandkids. Oh, man. But Tom Laporta does every type of roof, by the way. Whatever roofing material you want for your home, shingle, tile, whatever, he does it. And he also does every kind of structure, not just homes. He does commercial properties. He even does church roofs. Now, I'm going to give you his number. This number rings directly to his cell phone in his pocket, so stand by for that. And Tom Laporta is a Florida roofing and general contractor. That's the highest level of contractor license in the state of Florida, by the way. Isn't that something? Yeah. Here's his number. Right to his cell phone, it will ring. All right? 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602. Online, LaportaContracting.com. Make sure you tell Tom Laporta you heard about him on the radio. Okay, we have Rabbi David on the line. Now, this is amazing. Rabbi David, he's like the Batman of Jews. I put out a call, and instead of the bat signal, I guess it was the Star of David up in the sky put out there, and Rabbi David called in. And let me just recap for people that are tuning in. There is an ad put out by... They're going after Ron DeSantis big time, right now. They're saying that he is in league with Christian nationalist anti-Semites. He has a Baptist pastor in his ad praising Ron DeSantis for allowing people to worship in person during the shutdowns and lockdowns. And they have a quote or two of the pastor. And I wanted to ask you, Rabbi David, if these quotes are anti-Semitic.
Sure.
Oh.
So you hear me?
Yeah, let me read the first quote, and you tell me if this is anti-Semitic. Because if you say it is, I trust Rabbi David, and he's a MAGA rabbi, by the way. Okay, here's his first quote of the pastor. "It's a shame that the Jews, who should know better, reject their own Messiah, who fulfilled every one of their prophecies. Still believe that they need sacrifices and the temple to sacrifice them in." What do you think? Is that anti-Semitic?
I always listen, even if I don't call in. So I heard you call out for me. I'm happy to call in. And I have to say also, I always listen to you and Kathy as well. What a fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rabbi.
And it really is tremendous. I wish you were on every day, but I know it's a tremendous effort to put it out, even when you put it out. The podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is that, listen, there's, even though there's Judeo-Christian thought, there are differences between Jews and Christians and their philosophy. I mean, that's why they're different religions. Okay, not everything is the same. They both want everybody, should be the same. If you disagree on something, then it's all of a sudden the anti-answer.
Mm-hmm.
Jews believe in a certain doctrine and don't believe, in Jesus, but believe in Messiah. They do believe in the concept of Messiah. Okay, so if a Christian leader talks about Christian doctrine, which this leader did, okay, then it's not going to be the philosophy of Jewish philosophy. He's going to say Jews. He said they should know better. Okay, so it's a little hyperbole that they should know better.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Rabbi, I wish you would accept Jesus. I'm Christian. I'm Catholic, and I don't talk about it a lot. I don't wear it on my sleeve, but I want everyone to accept Jesus. Even Rabbi David would be nice, but that's not anti-Semitic, right?
No, I get it. That's part of your belief. Part of Jewish belief is that we don't go out there and proselytize. At the very least, we'd like Jews to be following Judaism, which doesn't happen all the time, but we like that to happen. But that's not part of our belief. Like I saw someone recently on on Jog Road or something with signs out saying "Believe in Jesus," whatever. They stood on the corner there all day long.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's fine. I wasn't insulted by that either. I stood at the red light. That's what they do. God bless them. But I will tell you, Ron DeSantis, I attended, this is when he was a congressman, I attended a nice dinner with the biggest Jewish leaders in this country here in Florida at a kosher big hotel in Miami. Okay, and I sat next to him, and I met him at that time, and this guy is very, very hooked into and very, very positive with Jewish people and Israel. They're pulling at straws trying to find something to say that a Christian minister believes the Jews should follow Christianity. That they should know.
Well, let me tell you, if you're going to a church and your pastor does not believe that everyone should accept Jesus, you're in the wrong church.
That is correct. And that's why I was with synagogue and they go to church. And I'll tell you what he did say. He said that the Jews believe that they should bring sacrifices again. He is correct. That when
Really? Really?
Yeah, when the Messiah comes, Jewish doctrine is that the third temple, there were two temples that were destroyed, okay, on the Temple Mount where the Arabs built a mosque. Of course, they find a Jewish holy site and immediately destroy it and build a mosque on top. So right on top of where the Western Wall is, where the Wailing Wall is, there is a mosque. That is the site of going to be the third holy temple when it comes. That's when sacrifices will be reinitiated and
Get out of town.
Right.
I did not know that. So you learned something. You know, let me tell you though. You know what I don't like about this. I'm coming up on a break soon, Rabbi. And thanks for the call and the info. But you know what I don't like about this, when they call this anti-Semitic and Christian nationalism, and they do this to run it, it trivializes real anti-Semitism, which is ugly. It's ugly, and I'm sure you've seen it, and things have happened. There's vandalism from time to time, even here in South Florida, and it trivializes what true anti-Semitism is. Not disagreeing with someone.
What they did. This is what everyone's doing here. Everyone's demonizing anybody that disagrees with you. When it comes to religion, I mean, come.
Yeah, and I like how the liberals are trying to protect the Jews. What was these liberals? What was their position when Trump moved the embassy?
Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, that was anti-Semitic by not allowing Jewish people to say this is my.
Or when Bill Clinton used to like to bring Arafat to the White House. Yeah.
Well, there's no. That's beyond anti-Semitic. Arafat was a murderer on the scale of of the biggest terrorist in the world.
Yeah.
And you know, a little side note. The one thing Monica Lewinsky did was good was that she was with Clinton while Arafat was waiting for him in the Rose Garden.
Oh my goodness.
So a Jewish girl finally did something.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, Rabbi David, thanks so much. All right, take care. You know, Rabbi David has connections at Mar-a-Lago. I call him the Rabbi of Mar-a-Lago sometimes. You know, he doesn't like to brag, Rabbi David. See, that's good stuff here. So we got the okay. Ron DeSantis' pastor is not an anti-Semite and not a Christian nationalist. In fact, Rabbi David said he was even right when he talked about the temple sacrifices. I did not know that. Wow, it's amazing. Hey, we're going to take our break for the bottom of the hour. Steve Kane will be joining us. It is the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. 888-GO-KANE1 is the number. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take our break for the bottom of the hour. Steve Kane will be joining us. It is the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. 888-GO-KANE1 is the number. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Bringing the heat to your radio every morning. It's the Steve Kane Show on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. At 10 a.m. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good morning, everybody. Hope your day's off to a great start. Another humid one today. We'll have a good chance of some scattered showers and storms again with highs near average values in the upper 80s. I'm WPV at 25. First warning meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community. Have a laugh with some funny memes. And keep in touch with other good time Oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
Between Boca Raton and Jupiter, there are no accidents to report at this time, but we are seeing some northbound delay on the turnpike passing Okeechobee Boulevard. Also on the northbound side of I-95, we're seeing some stop-and-go delays coming from Deerfield Beach into Boca. I-95 northbound at Hillsborough Boulevard, that accident there is blocking 2 left lanes, and those delays are going back to Sample Road. As for the service streets, Boca Raton,
this is insane.
Northwest 2nd Street closed between Northwest 1st Avenue and Dixie Highway, so we're going to take Palmetto Park Road instead. Also in Broward County, 2 left lanes are blocked on
I got something here. I just was reading from our President Trump.
Motors, you might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle: air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts.
By the way, guys, make sure you like the video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I was just reading Trump's post on Truth.
Thanks to Dr. Appleton and his laser away pain system. I'm in studio right now with Dr. Appleton. Dr. Appleton, how'd you do it?
I treated your knee pain with laser. Treatment is simple and no side effect. I have robotic lasers that have a wonderful effect on joint pain. These are all FDA approved.
Now, you don't just help with knees. Tell the listeners what other areas you can help them with.
Any joint I can do: shoulder pain, hip pain, sciatica, stenosis, arthritis, tendonitis, bursitis, from the foot all the way up through the neck.
Dr. Appleton is a chiropractic physician, and with the laser away pain system, there's no injections, no surgery, and no drugs. He's open 6 days a week, and same-day appointments are available. Call right now for your free consultation.
Rabbi David's awesome. No, he knows his stuff. He's very well-connected rabbi.
973-0710. And make sure to tell Dr. Appleton.
And he's an Orthodox rabbi.
Anne-Marie's Pizza and Wine Company. Family owned, family operated. Where Grandma Carrie Ann herself is in the kitchen. Amazing pizza, sizzling Philly cheesesteaks, salads, pasta, subs, and much more. Live music, patio seating, and 2-for-1 on all beer and wine for Ladies' Night every Wednesday. Mention Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 and receive a 15% discount. Come visit us today at Anne-Marie's Pizza and Wine Company, your local family-owned Italian restaurant, located on the corner of Copens Road and Federal Highway. That's Copens Road and Federal Highway. Anne-Marie's. We'll see you here.
The Boca Chamber of Commerce and Oldies 95.3, 96.9 are ready to start your holiday off with a bang. Wine and all that jazz with auction will be at the Boca Raton on Saturday, November 5th. Indulge in an array of wine, spirits, beer, and dinner by the bite from some of Boca's top restaurants, and you can bid on exciting items like wine baskets, resort stays, spa packages, and so much more right from your phone. Visit BocaChamber.com for more information and to purchase tickets.
Alexa rocks, and now so do you.
How can I help you?
Just say, Alexa, play Oldies South Florida.
Okay, playing it now.
Now, you've got the good time oldies, 95.3 and 96.9.
The Steve Kane 2023 MAGA Cruise is right around the corner. We leave January 28th on the Celebrity Apex out of Fort Lauderdale. First stop, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. And then St. Kitts. With exclusive events just for our group. Fine dining together every night. Cocktail parties, shore excursions, onboard activities, and a whole lot more. On the line is Ian from Cruise and Travel Depot. Ian, why should listeners book right now?
I blocked this group space during COVID during the height of the pandemic, so we got some incredible deals.
Call Ian right now and lock in your cabin. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. Join us as we celebrate our president, Donald Trump. Make your reservation right now. 561-244-5779. No liberal stowaways allowed.
A non-attorney spokesperson. Attention all women who have been diagnosed with ovarian cancer.
Hey, can somebody look? What day is the 28th of January? I was wondering, what day of the week are we leaving? Let me see. Let me see if I can look it up real quick.
This is Steve Kane. I want to tell you about my favorite restaurant in all of South Florida, Wings Plus in Coral Springs.
Is it a Saturday? Yeah, I think so too.
Delicious, crispy on the outside, succulent on the inside, everything homemade, nothing comes out of a can. Dozens of specialty sauces that will make your mouth water.
Yes.
Plus, located in Coral Springs, a mile west of University on the south side of Sample Road.
The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Oh, man. Yes, we are back. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Steve will be joining us at the top of the hour. And I was just listening to the recorded commercial for the cruise coming up on January 28th. Now, you know, we're leaving on a Saturday. And call Ian, make your reservations now. My daughter is bringing a friend of hers so that she has someone to hang out with and do things with. You know, my daughter's 23 years old. You know, she wants to hang out with Dad. She'll be with us at dinner and everything every night with a friend. But she wanted somebody to do things with and have fun with. So she's bringing her friend. And we called and booked for my daughter's friend. And she got her that great rate for singles. People that are traveling alone. Huge discounts right now. So call Ian. That's going to disappear without notice, that single rate. Because this ship is filling up and it's filling up fast. We're going to have a great time. I'm glad we're leaving on Saturday, and I'll tell you, I know we have people flying in from all over the country. We have a group of get this is crazy. We have a group of MAGA people coming on our cruise, part of our group, a bunch of listeners from the San Francisco Bay Area. Boy, they're gonna be in Florida, and they're gonna be on a ship with MAGA people. They're gonna be like out of the closet. Out in San Francisco, they probably have to meet in secret back rooms. But we have listeners flying in from all over the country to join us, as well as people here in South Florida. I'm going to give you Ian's number. It's 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. Join us on our MAGA cruise leaving Saturday, January 28th. I'm very excited. Could use the vacation. All right, so President Trump's back in town, at home at Mar-a-Lago, right up the street. And, of course, our radio station covers Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, that's right. So, during the break, I wanted to see what President Trump was saying to us this morning because, he's on Truth Social. And Truth Social, it's like the old days of Twitter. President Trump is always on Truth Social communicating with us, and it's awesome. And, it's pretty awesome. And he put something out on Truth about Don Lemon, which I'm going to read in a moment. And I noticed, though, this was 4 hours ago. He put this out on Truth Social 4 hours ago. That's 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 in the morning. Remember those days? He doesn't sleep a lot. He's a hardworking guy. He's probably getting ready for the golf course right now. 3:30 in the morning. He's up there on Truth Social. So President Trump tweeted something about Don Lemon that I want to read, and also something about the governor of Ohio that's important to read. But listen to this. This is Donald Trump. 3:30 in the morning. He put this out on Truth. A small step for television, a giant step for mankind. Don Lemon, often called the dumbest man on television, having made even LeBron James look smart during their interview 2 years ago, has been fired, and he put fired in all caps, from his primetime evening spot on CNN, extremely low ratings, and will be thrown into their Death Valley morning show. I assume this means a big salary cut prior to his complete and total future firing from ratings challenged, to put it mildly, CNN. Good luck, Don. You'll need it. MAGA. Don Lemon, they're trying to get him to quit. Okay, and this move, he got a new contract not long ago with the old people before the new management took over. So they don't want to fire him because they have to pay off the contract. And these guys are so overpaid on CNN. My goodness. Millions of dollars these guys make. So they put a guy who's a party guy. You've seen him on the New Year's Eve. He's always drunk on New Year's Eve on CNN. He's not a morning guy. He's going to have a very difficult time doing it. His day begins when he gets off the air at night, and then he's the big party. He's the most famous gay guy probably in New York. He probably holds court all over town at parties and clubs. That's gone because he's going to have to get up like I do at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's one problem he's going to run into. And there's two other problems. He's used to having a show alone where he talks, he does everything. It's all about him. The camera's always on him. He's always interviewing. Now he's going to have to share it with two other people, which he's not going to like. It's not his show anymore. He's got to share it with two people. So that's the second problem. The hours don't fit into his lifestyle. He's got to share the mic and the camera. He's not used to that. And thirdly, he's got to share it with women. Oh, boy. Liberal gay guys don't get along very often with women in situations like that. You get whenever you have three women together, what happens? One becomes the outcast. Two work against the third. That show is a disaster, but I think it's a ploy to get him to quit so they don't have to pay off his contract. That's my thought on it. But anyway, President Trump posted on Truth Social 7 hours ago. So at 12, and I saw this during the bottom of the hour break. So this was at 12:30 at night. Man, this guy, when does Donald Trump sleep? That's why he's so successful. Donald Trump is not a mortal man. He is a superhero. Yeah, he's probably up now, getting ready to go to the golf course. I don't know, listening to me, hopefully. I don't know. But his next post is a very important one. The one with Don Lemon's just fun, but this is an important one. And it involves Mike DeWine, the governor of Ohio. Now, that Ohio rally was a spectacular rally. You guys, I thought it was, we talked about it yesterday. Every time President Trump has a rally, I always say, this is the best rally yet. They are, the reason it seems that way, they're all great, right? But the reason that every time you see a Trump rally, you're like, this is the best one yet, it's because he's talking about the news and issues, that are relevant in the news cycle this week. So they're filled with new and fresh things, and and I think that's why. But it was a great rally, and they're historic in nature. Especially, this was his second rally after. Was this the second rally after the break-in of Mar-a-Lago, or was it the first? I think it was the second rally after the. Yeah, this was the second rally after the break-in. But all this business that's going on, and he's out there speaking. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But a lot was made about the governor of Ohio. The governor of Ohio, DeWine, has not been at a Trump rally in a while. He was not there Saturday. And the last, if I remember correctly, the last rally in Ohio that President Trump had, did DeWine have the COVID? I think he had COVID. And couldn't attend. But at the Saturday night rally, the media, who was filled with all kinds of fake news, right? Like empty seats. Yeah, empty seats. Before Trump comes out, people go to the bathroom, then they take a picture. Oh, look, the seats are empty. No, they're not. Watch when he's out there. They're full. But anyway, they had two fake stories out of the Ohio rally. The first were empty seats, which was nonsense. We got a call towards the end of the show yesterday from a listener who was there. And it was a packed house. And I saw it too. I was watching on Right Side at Newsmax. But the second fake story was that Mike DeWine didn't go to the rally. He didn't want to be with Trump. He didn't want to meet with Trump and all this stuff. And at 12:30 last night, or this morning, I guess you could say, 7 hours and 10 minutes ago, Donald Trump posted this on Truth. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and I met just prior to the big Youngstown rally. Okay? So they met. And then right before that, President Trump posted this on Truth Social. The governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine, he said DeWine the first time, but he got the W. Hey, listen, I got typos in all mine too. Met me at the airport, and I arrived for the big and very successful Youngstown rally. He had to fly in to do so. So the governor of Ohio actually not only met President Trump at the airport, he made a special trip and flew there to do it. Then President Trump says, I suggested he go home and spend some time with his family. He has a very busy political life. The Daily Mail, unfunded New York Times, and certain others said that I was dissed by the governor. No time in his schedule to meet. See picture. They knew that wasn't true, but wrote the story anyway. Just more fake news. When will it end? Well, you know what? It'll never end. They're never going to lay off of Donald Trump. They're never going to lay off Donald Trump. He's going to have to do this for the rest of his life. They hate this guy, and they're never going to get over it. Okay? The Daily Mail is disgusting. The Daily Mail, they had their lead story. They have the Trump derangement syndrome at the Daily Mail is so bad that they took a surprisingly break from Queen coverage, and they had these pictures of empty seats in Youngstown and said, look, Trump can't fill an arena anymore. If you go there hours before he comes out and take pictures while people are walking around socializing, yeah, you can have some empty seats. Take pictures when President Trump is speaking. All right, listen, we're going to take our last break of the hour. It's the Steve Kane Show. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to the longest-running radio show in Florida. We'll be right back after this. GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to the longest-running radio show in Florida. We'll be right back after this.
They're the most polarizing talk show hosts in all of South Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Mornings 6 to 9 on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Brian Craig here.
would you like a free doorbell camera? That's right, a free doorbell camera. I have one and you will love one. The first 40 listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects with your cell phone with the installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands no matter where you are. And that's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So you're getting an LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 arm doors, and a backup battery. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 listeners to call 1-833-283-5050, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. So call Sloman's right now for this limited time offer. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050.
Do you suffer from knee pain? Have you been told that you have bone on bone or need a knee replacement? Have you been told that you have osteoarthritis? Well, then come see us at Lighthouse Medical Center. We have non-surgical solutions that include rehab and injections that can prevent you from having to have surgery or prolong the surgery. We have been in practice for 75 years in South Florida. You don't have to live with pain any longer. 754-222-6642. That's 754-222-6642.
Have you put off buying new tires because you thought they were too expensive? Find friendly prices at Friendly Tire in Margate on both new and used tires. New tires.
Well, thank you, Coco.
$70 a tire. That's out the door and on the road because Friendly Tire doesn't
Hey, Chaplain.
balance the tire or mount the tire. They have thousands of used tires in stock too, starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445.
Florida Luxury Cabinets is your local cabinet showroom right in Boca Raton, specializing in custom cabinets and countertops, providing luxury design and installation, each style embodying a distinct character and a vibe that's unique to your personality and style. Stop to our showroom at Florida Luxury Cabinets for your free consultation. Florida Luxury Cabinets, 2621 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. Call 561-646-8560. That's 561-646-8560.
It's hurricane season, and if you have a wet spot on your ceiling, you have a leak in your roof. When we had a leak in our roof at the Kane household, we called Tom Laporta. He's the best in the business. Remember, small leaks turn into medium leaks, and medium leaks turn into big problems. Call licensed contractor Tom Laporta for a free roof inspection. 954-604-4602. And tell him Steve Kane sent you.
This is Scott from Cut My Kilowatts. Give me a call today to save up to 50% on your insulation and radiant barrier, and up to 35% on your electric bill. That's 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500.
Smarter than 95,000.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve will be joining us after the top of the hour. I got an update on John Durham, which I'm going to get to in just a minute. But, it's been 2.5 weeks since my treatment with Dr. Philip Appleton on my knee with his laser away pain system, and it is amazing. I was talking about this earlier in the show, and, before my knee was pain-free, thanks to Dr. Appleton, my knee was always on my mind, no matter what I was doing here on the air, no matter what I was doing, because I was always in pain. It was just a matter of how bad it was that particular moment. And I've been completely pain-free since my laser away pain treatment with Dr. Appleton. It is amazing. It works. And, like right now as I'm standing here in the studio, I realized this early last week. I don't even have it here anymore. For ages, a couple years, I've had this chair. I stand while we're on the air, because a lot of people like to sit down when they're on the air. I like to stand because it helps with your energy level and everything. But I had a chair. It's over here against the wall. And I had it over here next to me for the last couple years, and I always had my left hand on it, and I leaned on it because my knee. And I realized early last week I'm not doing that anymore. I've been putting my weight on my right leg because my knee doesn't hurt anymore, thanks to Dr. Appleton. Now listen, the laser away pain system works with more than just knee pain. Arthritis, bursitis, work and sports injuries, sprains and strains, motion injuries, post-surgical swelling, neck and back injuries, sciatica, spinal stenosis, fibromyalgia, all kinds of other things. I mean, it goes on. It goes on. Herniated discs, rotary tears, acute pain, chronic pain. There's so many other things. Tennis elbow, hands, fingers, if you're on the computer a lot. It's amazing. It works. Call Dr. Appleton. It's a free consultation, but you've got to mention that you heard about him on the radio. By the way, you can see him today. He's open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. And you can see him today because Dr. Appleton understands that when you're in pain, you need help, you need relief from that pain. You need it now, not in a week, not in 2 weeks. You need it now. So call him and see him and say bye-bye to your pain, all right? Here's the number, 954-973-0710. He's located on Powerline Road, about a mile north of Cypress Creek on the west side of Powerline. 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. And online, his website address is appletoncairo.com. Make sure you tell him you heard about him on the radio. Okay, so John Durham. I saw, Steve was telling me there was an article in the Post, the New York Post, about Durham's investigation yesterday. I read it, and then there's another one I'm reading in the Post Millennial. John Durham to unveil FBI corruption as Steele dossier investigation wraps up. Now, the Steele dossier is the famous Russia dossier you've heard about that was used for the Mueller investigation, and it was completely fake. And it involves the Russiagate with Danchenko being a paid FBI informant before it. Everything. It sounds exciting, and I know a lot of people are getting excited about John Durham's investigation with the Russian spy over the Russiagate dossier. I would like to be excited about it, but I can't be because John Durham, he really blew it. With Sussman, or maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know. Sussman was that Clinton attorney who organized the entire spy operation on President Trump, even while he was in the White House. Remember they had that spy operation going on in the executive offices in the West Wing? It's crazy. And Durham brought charges against Sussman, and he was acquitted in trial. And I remember during the trial talking about it, about how Sussman didn't seem concerned. In fact, he seemed a little arrogant during the trial. And I couldn't understand because I knew what he did. He had this whole spy operation that he had recruited people. He recruited a computer guy who had clearance and serviced computers at the White House. Remember all of this? And it sounded like a slam dunk treason case. And then he was acquitted. And then in that Durham trial, Durham lost. And when the details came out of what he charged him with, I'm not a lawyer. I didn't go to law school. But even I knew that he would be acquitted on that. They charged him with lying to the FBI. And what happened was Sussman spoke to an attorney, the attorney for the FBI, right? Not an FBI agent. He spoke to an attorney who worked for the FBI, and he lied to the attorney. And the reason Sussman was acquitted is because lying to the attorney that works for the FBI is not the same as lying to a federal agent because he is not a federal agent, so he was acquitted. And Sussman knew all along, especially up in that jurisdiction, they were not going to get a conviction because he didn't lie to a federal agent. He lied to an attorney who does work for the FBI. Big difference. And that's obvious, right? Durham is supposed to be the sharpest guy there is. Do any of you believe that John Durham is that incompetent that he charged a guy and brought him to trial for lying to the FBI, lying to a federal agent, when he didn't lie to a federal agent? I don't think so. I don't trust John Durham. Now, if this Danchenko, he's a Russian spy. He was on the payroll as a confidential informant to the FBI from 2017 until sometime in 2020, I believe. And he's the source of that fake Russian dossier. and it's a great case, and he's dirty, and everybody that hired him over there, they're dirty. But after what happened with Sussman, that Clinton lawyer, being acquitted because Durham charged him with something that he did not do technically, and you know, I don't trust Durham. I think Durham, at least in that case, it looked to me that it was just a show to make us think something was being done. I'm sorry. I cannot get excited about this. I want to be. I want to be here. I want to tell you that John Durham, and you know, for a while, I in the beginning I had a lot of faith in John Durham, because if you remember the stories, this guy, his specialty is prosecuting corrupt public officials. He had some big cases. He's not a DC guy. We're bringing Durham down here. He's going to get to the bottom of it. He got a conviction on some guy that nobody ever heard of, low-level guy. And then Sussman, who was the ringleader in this entire spy operation against President Trump and had committed treason against the United States of America, got acquitted because Durham charged him with something he didn't do. I thought to myself, the whole thing is a scam with Durham. And I lost complete faith in Durham with that. So if something big comes out of this Danchenko case and he wraps it up with something big at the end, I'm going to be as excited as everyone else. But I'm not excited about it now because I don't believe John Durham. He's given me no reason to. And I don't trust him either. Oh my goodness. I tell you. It's just disgusting. It really is disgusting. You know, with that old saying, you can't fight City Hall. I guess not. I know Trump's doing a good job of it, but it's tough. These people, they got the whole system going on. All right, our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. It's a toll-free call from anywhere, 1-888-465-2631. There's an article in Red State today. This is really... This is insane. I just read the headline here. The United States Air Force has found itself with a critical shortage of pilots. That's right. They have a shortage of pilots in the Air Force. By the way, thanks Air Force for putting out information, which probably should be classified top secret, that our Air Force has a shortage of qualified pilots, which means we can't run proper operations with the Air Force. That's just the kind of thing you want out there. Okay? But listen to this. The United States Air Force finds itself with a critical shortage of pilots, but is also at the same time saying that they have too many white officers. They have a critical race theory person doing some consulting with the Air Force, saying there are too many white officers. I didn't think that's how it worked in the Air Force. I thought the military was like professional sports. People got promoted, moved up through the ranks, based on things that didn't. I thought that was kind of like a post-racial place. Well, I guess it's not anymore. Too many white officers. Oh my goodness. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Brian, it's John and Davey.
John and Davey. What's up?
How you doing, brother?
All right.
Yesterday, you had mentioned that Martha's Vineyard was a private airport.
It's not. You're telling me.
No, it's not. It's a Class D airport. All you need is a two-way radio to get in there to make sure you can communicate with other airplanes.
Wow.
On the aeronautical charts. And so it is not a private airport. So go DeSantis.
Well, wait a minute. But if DeSantis says he's going to send in some more planes with migrants to Martha's Vineyard, does an airport have to accept the flight? Can't they divert them to another airport?
There might be a tower there, but there's just...
Oh, you mean there's not like you don't have to get clearance from an air traffic controller? No. Get out of town.
I'm serious. It's a Class D airport.
Are you sure that's Martha's? You sure that's the airport at Martha's Vineyard, not Belle Glade?
Yeah. It's the designator is MYV. You know, I have my pilot's license. I looked it up, and...
So what do? You just look at which way the wind is blowing, and you come in for a landing? That sounds really sketch.
Pretty much.
And I didn't know you could do that where jets landed.
Yeah.
All right. So that's okay. So more planes are coming, and there's no one to deny them landing clearance. But you know, we might find these liberal migrant haters turn themselves into human blockades on the runway. All right. All right, take care. So we got some good intel there. I bet you DeSantis knows all about that too. He's like Trump. He knows what's going on. All right, listen, we're coming up on our top of the hour break. Great calls today, by the way. We have smart people in this audience. We really do. Steve Kane will be joining us after the top of the hour. You're listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. My name is Brian Craig. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. It is a toll-free call. We're here weekday mornings from 5 until 9 a.m., and if you haven't noticed, we're partial towards Trump here, all right? We'll be right back. 2631. It is a toll-free call. We're here weekday mornings from 5 until 9 a.m., and if you haven't noticed, we're partial towards Trump here, all right? We'll be right back.
The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 is here. Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. WWNN Pompano Beach, a VCMG live radio station. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good morning, everybody. Hope your day's off to a great start. Another humid one today. We'll have a good chance of some scattered showers and storms again, with highs near average values in the upper 80s. I'm WPB App 25 First Warning Meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time Oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
Earlier, a multi-vehicle crash still has two left lanes blocked along I-95 heading northbound at Hillsborough Boulevard. Stop and go traffic on the approach now is going back to Atlantic, so we definitely want to take the turnpike instead. More problems for the northbound side of I-95. The express lanes are now closed north and southbound between Palmetto Park Road and Hillsborough by police activity, so go ahead and take the turnpike military trail at Jog Road instead. As for the turnpike northbound after Okeechobee Boulevard, a multi-vehicle crash is blocking the right shoulder. And as for the service routes, we have a multi-vehicle crash on Lake Worth on Lane Tanner Road at Lake Osborne Drive, another incident on US 1 at 7th Avenue North. This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. When your ride fires on all cylinders, so do you. That's why Napa is on a mission to keep you in motion. With nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over 17,000 Napa Auto Part Care Centers, the Napa Network has everything you need to get up and go. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News Update.
What are you agreeing with, Bruce? By the way, everyone, make sure you like the video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I don't know if you, I'm trying to give up coffee again, and I have had only half of the amount of coffee that I normally have in the morning. Actually, the last 2 mornings. And yesterday I didn't notice it at all. But today, so I'm trying to give up the espresso. And then I'm going to move to Mike Lindell's My Coffee. But I'm feeling a little, I just cut it back in half. I started yesterday because I got to do a slow detox off the espresso. Yeah. It's not easy. I've been trying to give up coffee. I started drinking coffee when I got out of high school. I started working full time, and I was working like 14-hour days and everything. And I started drinking coffee then, and enhanced up to the espresso. All right, we are back. Oh, man, I'm Brian Craig. It's Tuesday morning already. Steve Kane joining us. Hey, Steve. Oh, man, today, a lot of stuff happening today. And just full disclosure, I don't know if you guys can tell, but, I'm trying to give up my drug again, coffee. And, well, I'm trying to phase to it, right? I have, what are you here listening to what I'm saying, Steve? Are you watching on YouTube? No, what I've been doing for the last couple years is I drink 2 large espressos a day from Starbucks and before 9 a.m. Okay, and it's not good, and it's not even good. So the last 2 days, I've only been drinking half of that amount of coffee. I'm going to try to wean off of the espresso. Then I'm going to move to the Mike Lindell coffee. But I didn't have any withdrawals yesterday, but today I'm getting withdrawals, and I'm kind of like got this weird feeling. Yeah, less than an hour. I mean, people give up things more difficult than espresso. They give up, crack and things. Not Hunter, he doesn't give anything up, but a lot of people give up crack and things like that. And I went on YouTube and was looking on how to give up coffee, and I saw this one guy. He was giving great advice, and then he said it was the same strategy that he used to give up weed. So I'm like, I'm not going to take any advice from this guy. So I'm just kind of I'm doing it on my own. All right. Well, listen, we got a lot going on. And yeah.
One of my bulletin calls here. In the morning, we get all these. The news day is starting, and a lot of stuff comes in that I many times use my audience out there to check stories out, and I want to do that here. There's a story floating around somewhere. If you've heard anything about this, please call in and share what you know. But there evidently seems to be some difficulty developing with the rail workers union deal.
Yeah, they want more.
Yeah, it's something that maybe you tell me.
I know a little bit about it, but I wanted to get back to this DeSantis thing. But I'll tell you about this first. They gave them two things. Well, no, they didn't just give them. They gave them a 24% pay increase, but they also gave them back pay. And it's like $7,000 checks these guys were getting in back pay plus the raise. And they said, that's not enough. We want more. We want more days off. We want this. We want that. We want this. And of course, Biden's going to do it because they're thugs. Yeah, they're threatening to walk still unless they get their demands met. It's like dealing with Al Qaeda. Really, it's like yeah.
I tell you, if that thing kicks up, all bets are off.
Well, hopefully Biden's negotiations with the unions go better than his negotiations with the Taliban during the Afghan pullout, but it looks to be about the same result.
Go better for the unions.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Biden's going to give whatever they want.
Maybe he'll do like the Taliban, give them an air force and everything else.
Of course, the problem with the whole deal is that it's going to get the fires of inflation burning.
Oh yeah.
It's going to add to the inflation problem, which is right now about the worst problem.
And all the other unions are waiting to see what they can get.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and anybody who knows any details on that, give us a call. We'll push it.
Yeah, yeah. Now I wanted to in the in the 6 o'clock hours talking about Ron DeSantis on Friday. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm going through drug withdrawals, caffeine. Okay. So you gotta bear with me if I get a little loopy, if I sound kind of funny or something. That's just the coffee withdrawal. DeSantis now Friday, Newsom in California was talking about, he was calling DeSantis a kidnapper, and it seemed kind of like a joke, from that idiot Governor Newsom, who, by the way, did a similar thing when he was mayor of San Francisco. He was buying bus tickets for illegals in San Francisco to get out of San Francisco, okay, which is the same thing that DeSantis did, just in a different way. But now a sheriff in Texas has launched a criminal investigation into both Governor Abbott and DeSantis, and he's detailing what he considers to be a human smuggling operation that they tricked these migrants into getting onto the buses or getting onto the planes, and they say, and I'll play you the sheriff here, he'll detail it, but the reason a Texas sheriff is involved in this, he's a Democrat liberal jerk, okay? He said they originated in Texas, and DeSantis and Abbott got involved in a scheme to trick them to get on a chartered flight from Texas to Florida, and then they were tricked to get on another chartered flight to Martha's Vineyard. So here's the Democrat sheriff. By the way, this guy's the sheriff of the county where 50 migrants died in the semi-truck, remember recently, from heat? This is the sheriff who's launched an investigation into Abbott and Governor DeSantis, detailing what they did.
With regard to the suspected activities involving the 48 migrants from Venezuela, that, as we understand it at this point, the facts of the case at this point, are that on Wednesday, September 14th,
Steve Kane Show.
here in Bexar County in the city of San Antonio,
Hold on.
my understanding is that a Venezuelan migrant was paid what we would call a bird dog fee to recruit approximately 50 migrants from the area around a migrant resource center on San Pedro here in San Antonio. As we understand it, 48 migrants were lured, I will use the word lured, under false pretenses.
Yeah, this is something.
To staying at a hotel for a couple of days.
So you've got people that are completely broke, homeless. They trick them into flying on a private jet to Florida and stay in a Florida hotel room, and then they shipped them off to the slums of Martha's Vineyard.
They were taken by airplane. At a certain point, they were shuttled to an airplane where they were flown to Florida and then eventually flown to Martha's Vineyard, again under false pretenses is the information that we have, that they were promised work, they were promised the solution to several other problems. They were taken to Martha's Vineyard from what we can gather for little more than a photo op, video op, and then they were unceremoniously stranded in Martha's Vineyard. What infuriates me the most about this case is that here we have 48 people that are already on hard times, right?
Yeah, and they were shipped by private jet to the richest community in the country, the Vineyard, right?
Here legally in our country at that point. They have every right to be where they are. And I believe that they were preyed upon. Somebody came from out of state, preyed upon these people, lured them with promises of a better life, which is what they were absolutely looking for, and with the knowledge that they were going to cling to whatever hope they could be offered for a better life, to just be exploited and hoodwinked into making this trip to Florida and then onward to Martha's Vineyard for what I believe to be nothing more than political posturing to make a point. Well, look, we all know that during a political campaign, things can get nasty, things can get out of hand, but when you're playing with human lives, people that are already in a desperate situation, people that again, had every right to be where they were, but were lured under false pretenses, that does tend to bother me quite a bit. And so we are absolutely opening up an investigation into this. This past weekend, I've been talking
Hold on one second.
to at least one non-governmental organization involved in the case.
Yeah, La Raza. That's La Raza.
Also been talking to at least one attorney involved with representing these folks that are still up on the...
I've never heard of a sheriff getting private attorneys for people. Yeah, this guy's unbelievable. That's enough of this. This guy's not out of his mind.
What they're doing here is this is a favorite trick of the devil, is they're criminalizing the political opposition.
Yes.
To be on the other side politically of the issue that's going on, and it's a means of intimidation, and it's outrageous, and it's another step towards.
Well, this is what's. By the way, callers on hold, stand by. We're up against a break, and we'll take your calls after the break. So stand by. We only have about a minute to go, so it's not fair to put you on for just such a short amount of time. But here's what's happened. Okay, it's with the thing with Trump. Okay, the federal government goes after their political opponent, Donald Trump. So now what's happening is we have local law enforcement who are doing the same thing. They're misusing their law enforcement powers and agencies to go after political opponents. In this case, it's Abbott and DeSantis. And well, this is the new normal for Democrats in this country, right? I mean, that's what they're doing now, and it's scary. I mean, this is listen. Merrick Garland and then they Mueller set the legal precedent with Trump. So the sheriff's just following the lead of the Attorney General of the United States here, and this is like, what do you call it? The new normal, and that's all it is. Now listen, callers on hold, stand by. We're going to take a quick break, and when we get back from the break, we'll take your calls. Our number is toll free 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. 31. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. Back after this. 1-888-465-2631. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. Back after this.
The Steve Kane Show, telling it like it is, whether you like it or not. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, we're back, and it's time to check in with attorney Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group. Barry Siegel, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. How are you?
Great. What do you have for us today?
There really is a lot of confusion when it comes to the whole concept of Medicaid planning. Of course, as an elder law firm and estate planning firm, we do Medicaid planning, and we don't even have time for me to go over all the different areas of confusion. I mean, one of them is, for example, people get confused between Medicare and Medicaid, two completely different things. Medicare is to, for people 65 and older, for think of it as health insurance to pay for doctors and drugs and hospitals. Medicaid is for long-term care. Medicaid will pay for things like home care, assisted living, nursing home. But there's so many things that people are confused about this 5-year look back, about how much money you're allowed to have and income, what you're allowed to, what is excluded and what counts. So many people have come in who didn't think they could qualify, and they can. And that's really the message here is, if you or someone you love needs care and they are struggling to find a way to pay for it or are concerned about spending down their assets,
Steve Kane Show.
Call us and come in and see us, because there's a very good chance we can help that person become eligible for Medicaid, and so they don't have to spend down their assets and potentially go broke.
Yeah, that's right. And I've met many listeners who have called the Siegel Law Group. By the way, it's a no-charge consultation. If you mention you heard attorney Barry Siegel on the radio, a no-charge consultation with the Siegel Law Group. I've met many listeners who have taken advantage of this Medicaid planning, and it's a lifesaver. It really does, and it takes a lot of stress and worry off of families, and also oftentimes leaves a surviving spouse not homeless and broke, which sadly happens. The Siegel Law Group is located, of course, right here in South Florida with offices throughout South Florida, but no matter where you are in the state of Florida, they can help. You can find them online at SiegelLawGroup.com or call toll-free 1-855-FLA-3782. 855-FLA-3782. All right, attorney Barry Siegel, we'll talk later in the week. All right, back after this.
Grab your coffee and get ready to be triggered. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. And, of course, Steve Kane is here. 1-888-GO-KANE-1 is our number. Lots happening. Lots going on. Well, let's take a call or two, Steve, and then we'll get back into the stuff. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi there. Good morning. My name is Wesley Joe.
Okay, you can tell somebody else. If you had a better accent for the fake call, I'd let it play out, but that's insulting the intelligence of the humor of the... Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, Brian. This is John from Boynton Beach.
Hey, John.
I'm a retired railroad worker. A lot of people don't realize that those guys that are starting to go on strike have been without a contract for.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
The railroads know that they can put them off, and then they go to, they go to forced negotiations by the president. So they know they can put them off for over 3 years. So the railroads are just as much instigators for this.
Which side of this issue were you on?
Are you on? Well, being a retired railroader, I'm with the railroaders.
Okay, slow down. Okay, hold on. You're with the railroaders. They've been without a contract. You said for 3 years? Oh my goodness. How long have I been without a contract with Steve Kane? Would you guess?
Talk to Steve.
No, I'm talking to you. How long do you think I have been without a contract with Steve Kane? Just what do you think? 3 years? 2 years? Take a guess, because you think it's an outrage that someone's been without a contract for 3 years. How long do you think I've been without a contract? Give me a number.
Brian, it's not a matter of being without a contract.
No. I'm gonna tell you. I've never had a contract with Steve. Never.
And let me tell you something else, sir. He's never asked for one. And we've been together 30 years plus.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Have to worry about a contract because what he does, he's great at. And because he's vital to the success of the show. He does it by merit and hard.
I got a solution for these guys that want to raise. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, union guy. Speechless, Steve. He hung up.
Raises on merit that I think they put him into a state of shock.
Yeah. Huh. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Oh my God. Well, there's something called your good word. You know, I got an idea. Okay, I can get all these guys a raise. They should call me in for these negotiations. I can get every railroad worker a raise today, and well, the union wants to increase the take-home pay of the railroad workers. Obviously, the union could cut their dues in half to the union. Cut the union dues.
Good idea.
Everybody gets a raise. Cut the union dues are now half of what they are. Hell, why do we even need union dues? They probably have some big... Yeah, we're going to help you. We're the union. We're going to cut our dues in half. You all got a raise. Think they're going to do that?
Oh, boy.
I thought railroad workers were tough guys. That guy hung up on us. Didn't sound very tough. Oh, my goodness.
It's worked this long without a contract.
3 years. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you know, that's the union. I wasn't done asking him. I had a couple other questions too. Yeah. I don't want to. No. I don't want to tip anybody off the technique. No. I'll save those questions for someone else down the road because they were very good. And that was just the setup there. I didn't think I was going to run him. He was going to run for the hills with that. I thought that was just. I was just warming him up for the big one. But oh well. Well, you'll hear it another time with someone else. I don't want to give away all the secrets. All right, our number 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call from anywhere. Oh man, I got to tell. Oh, Steve, Anne Marie's Pizza and Wine Company. Oh man. Oh yeah. Well, I have the menu here, and I caught a glimpse of the meatballs, and my mouth started watering, and I'm feeling hungry now. But let me tell you, I had one of those meatballs, and they are delicious. And we've been talking a lot about the lobster ravioli. And I want to talk about this because the lobster ravioli can be ordered as an appetizer, and it's 3 large homemade raviolis that are stuffed with chunks of Maine lobster, and you'll know it's Maine lobster when you take that first bite, topped with goat cheese and lobster cream sauce. Everything, by the way, all the sauces, everything homemade at Anne Marie's. But no matter what you order at Anne Marie's, order the lobster ravioli appetizer. Yeah, maybe that sounds good. Yeah, we can do that. 12 o'clock on Sundays. And I'm going to try, the meatballs and ricotta is very, very good. We got that as an appetizer and split it. And I could tell you something. Those meatballs were delicious, Steve. And, you know, all the portions at Anne Marie's are huge. Huge, oversized portions. The prices are great, too. I think next time, the toasted ravioli. That sounds really good. Oh, yeah, I had the bank roll. The bank rolls are awesome. Jerry's bank rolls. And you got to have everything on the menu. You got to go back a bunch of times. It's hard to pick. You know what I mean? Because everything's so good. Yep. Spinach feta. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Delicious. And the desserts are out of this world. We have the cannolis, and they are large cannolis, and they taste great. And I told you, a listener was telling me that we got to have the Philly cheesesteak. They were raving about the Philly cheesesteak. And it's hard. You know, we just got to go back all the time, Steve. So we got to try. There's not one item on the menu that I'm not dying to try. Okay, now Anne Marie's is located in Pompano on the corner of Copans Road and US 1 Federal Highway on the west side of Federal in the same shopping center as the movie theater, okay? They're open for lunch, they're open for dinner, they're open for takeout as well, okay? So when you stop in, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio. You're going to have a great meal, and you're going to go back again and again and again. This is homemade Italian food like I didn't even know existed in Florida. Oh, yeah, that's a must. That's right. All right, now listen, we'll go back to the phones at 1-888-GO-CANE, 1-888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Victor from Silver Spring. I just got off the phone with one of my trucking friends, and he told me that the unions are still negotiating the railroad company.
Oh, boy.
And as we get closer and closer to the elections, this is more and more and more. So this...
Ah. So what do you think about my idea to give all the rail workers a raise by cutting union dues in half, Victor? You think that's a good idea?
It shows good faith on the part of the unions.
Here, and you should have a choice. If you don't want to join the union, fine.
Oh, yeah, they have a choice. Don't join the union. You're out of work. You can't work. Can't earn a living.
Really?
Yeah, that's the deal.
Yeah, that's what one of the truckers was telling me, too.
You know, unions, I'll say this about unions. There was a time when unions did a lot of good work. In the 1920s, okay, 100 years ago. But it's the 2020s now, and all they do now is suck money away from hardworking people. That's why they try to unionize the fast food workers. The union wants the union dues of all the fast food workers. That's all they care about are their dues. They don't care about workers' rights or anything else. They're just... they want due money. Hey, listen, Victor, thanks for the call. All right, yeah, I think we've solved the whole thing. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, play those on your Alexa. Listen, we're up against the break. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE, 1-888-465-2631. Toll-free call from anywhere, 1-888-465-2631. I'm really disappointed the union guy ran for the hills, but maybe there's another one out there. We'll be right back after this. 465-2631. I'm really disappointed the union guy ran for the hills, but maybe there's another one out there. We'll be right back after this.
Tired of boring mornings? We serve controversy with your morning coffee. The Steve Kane Show. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. The greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s coming up this morning at 10 a.m. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good morning, everybody. Hope your day's off to a great start. Another humid one today. We'll have a good chance of some scattered showers and storms again with highs near average values in the upper 80s. I'm WPV Up 25 First Warning Meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time Oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
The southbound express lanes are still shut down between Boca Raton and Deerfield Beach by police activity after Palmetto Park Road down to Hillsborough Boulevard. You may want to take Military Trail, jog road or the Turnpike instead. North and southbound side of I-95 very slow between Deerfield Beach and Boca Raton. And that earlier multi-vehicle crash on 95 heading northbound at Hillsborough Boulevard is still blocking two left lanes. Also on the Turnpike northbound after Okeechobee Boulevard, an accident there is still blocking the right shoulder, causing some slowdowns back to Southern. We also have delays on 95 heading southbound between Lake Worth Road and Warrenton Beach Boulevard. A multi-vehicle crash now cleared up on Lantana Road at Lake Osborne Drive, also on US 1 at 7th Avenue North. This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try Wendy's new Homestyle French Toast Sticks today. Wendy's new Homestyle French Toast Sticks are so good, some are saying they're better than your mom's French toast. Perfectly crispy on the outside, perfectly fluffy on the inside, perfectly perfect in every way. Try Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks today and see if they're better than your mom's. That's traffic on Chris Bar.
Brian Craig here. How would you like a free doorbell camera? That's right, a free doorbell camera. I have one and you will love one. The first 40 listeners who call 1-833-283-5050 will get a free doorbell camera that connects with your cell phone with the installation of your Sloman Shield. You can see your home right from the palm of your hands no matter where you are. And that's not all. Sloman's is going to give you a free customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So you're getting an LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 arm doors, and a backup battery. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 listeners to call 1-833-283-5050, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Sloman Shield. So call Sloman's right now for this limited time offer.
Steve Kane Show.
1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050. 1-833-283-5050.
This is Steve Kane. I want to tell you about my favorite restaurant in all of South Florida, Wings Plus in Coral Springs. Wings just the way you like them. Plump, tender, and delicious, crispy on the outside, succulent on the inside, everything homemade, nothing comes out of a can. Dozens of specialty sauces that will make your mouth water. Wings Plus, located in Coral Springs, a mile west of University on the south side of Sample Road.
If you have rare coins, diamonds, gold, silver, and you're looking for a fair price, look no further than Query's Rare Coins and Jewelry. I'm Dean Muccio. Query's is family owned and operated and have been in business for over 40 years serving South Florida. Query's pays you a great price for your valuable items. You can call them at 561-649-COIN. That's 561-649-2646. Or go to their website, TWERYS.com. And one thing I love about Query's Rare Coins is the family atmosphere. You can tell they love what they do. Kevin, who's fourth generation, he said that he takes calls from customers day and night. They're at 3971 South John Road on the northwest corner of Lake Worth and John Road in Green Acres Plaza. Query's Rare Coins and Jewelry. Tell him Dean Muccio sent you.
The Steve Kane 2023 Value Cruise is right around the corner. We leave January 28th on the Celebrity Apex out of Fort Lauderdale. First stop, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. And then St. Kitts. With exclusive events just for our crew. Fine dining together every night. Cocktail parties, shore excursions, on-board activities, and a whole lot more. On the line is Ian from Cruise and Travel Depot. Ian, why should listeners book right now?
I blocked the search space during COVID during the height of the pandemic, so we got some incredible deals.
Call Ian right now and lock in your cabin. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. As we celebrate our president, Donald Trump. Make your reservation right now. 561-244-5779. No always allowed.
All the education you need to make an informed decision about your plan for you and your family. I Will Advisor specializes in every aspect of Medicare and what options are most likely to help or hurt you. And that way you can get a plan that fits your lifestyle and needs at an affordable rate. Call Debbie at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
This is Lori Kane. When people go to the dentist, they think of the pain, but the biggest pain is the cost. Not with Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental Care. The dental work is painless, and the prices are painless too. Call today, 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. BrightonDentalCare.com.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with...
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is with us. Our number one, Triple H, Gil Kane won yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy.
I was an Actors Equity. Did I ever tell you my...
I don't know if it's the singing or if it's my caffeine withdrawals from cutting back on my coffee. I don't know what it is. Okay. All right.
Can you sing like that?
I can't sing at all. No, I can't sing. I'm not going to sing. Do you? No, God, no. God, no.
Yeah, I was on when I lived in Los Angeles. I'll try to give you a condensed version of this. I was cast in a play, Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman. It was a supporting part. It was just a small part. It starred Herschel Bernardi, who was at that time primarily known for his work as Charlie the Tuna in the StarKist ads, and Herschel was a big name in those days, and it was an honor to have an opportunity to work with him. We were paid minimum wage, and we were not union. We were all union actors, but we didn't belong to the union because we couldn't afford to do the production if we had to pay union prices. And in the breaks between scenes, Herschel, and again was a big name, and the other actors, including myself, we used to move scenery around and stuff like that during the blackouts. And the union got wind of the fact that we hadn't hired somebody from the stagehand union because we didn't need them. I mean, the actors we were the stagehands. And they found out and they closed us down. They said, unless you hire somebody to sit back there and pay them, you can't
To move a chair?
Production.
To move chairs?
To move a chair. Well, he didn't have to move it. Well, he had to sit back there, the union guy, and get paid for moving a chair.
Well, that's why, when you listen to radio shows like this out of New York, you notice they have like 12 people in the control room. That's the union. They got a board op, they got an engineer, they got a call screener, they got this guy, they got that guy, and they, yeah, all taken away from the profit.
Great production, and we had to, about 2 months into it, we had to close it down. We performed mainly on weekends. We had to close it down because the union demanded that we hire at exorbitant rates, I might tell you, union stagehands.
Well, liberals have selective union outrage. I'll give you an example, okay? The railway, they're with those guys because the government pays the money, right? Because the railways are subsidized by the federal government. In Hollywood, if you notice, they don't film in Hollywood too much anymore. Like when Alec Baldwin killed that woman on the set, that was way outside of Hollywood. If you're 50 miles away from the city limits of Los Angeles, you don't have to use the union workers. So they film as far away, they film like 50 and a half miles from LA as often as possible, so they don't have to pay the union. And the liberals, they support that union breakage because, it's coming out of their pocket. As opposed to the rail workers, it's the federal government, the taxpayers. We're paying it, so they don't care. All right, our number, toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. That's our number. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Augustino, and I'm in Georgia, and I just want to say, do you know that, are you trying to tell us something with the Trump-DeSantis hat on?
Oh, I'm wearing my Trump DeSantis 2024 hat. It says, Make America Florida. No, I'm supporting Ron DeSantis today. Ron DeSantis, they're calling him a Nazi, anti-Semite kidnapper today. So I'm wearing my Trump DeSantis hat in support for Governor DeSantis.
With a crime.
Yeah, that's right.
Legally disagreeing.
Kidnapping, human trafficking, they got all kinds of crimes. Well, on the Kissimmee maybe.
Please, one more question, and then
Oh, you did good with the first one, so it'd be tough to top that one, Augustino.
The second one is going to be, how come the sign is not up in the back? You see with
this guy, he's watching on YouTube. Okay. When I live stream on YouTube and I have a sign, it says The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig, call in live in the number. Why is the sign not up? Are you reading something into that? You're wondering, you're reading something and like something's going when you start to get conspiracy minded, You know, you get crazy. The reason I don't have the sign up is I hold the sign up with a piece of Scotch tape, and it's no longer sticky, and the Scotch tape is in, there's no more Scotch tape in the studio to hang the sign up with.
For a union man.
That's right.
Sign up with me.
Because he hasn't had a contract for 3 months, he wouldn't bring the tape in.
You're really great, Steve. I really appreciate you and Brian.
Oh.
You're the best in the world.
Well, I got to say this about you, Augustino. You have great taste in talk radio.
I have great taste because I like Trump, DeSantis, and I don't care what anybody says about it.
That's right.
Great.
That's right. All right. Thanks for the call from Georgia.
What side you're on?
That's right. The right side. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Marianne from West Palm Beach.
Hey, Marianne.
Hey, Marianne.
You're talking about unions. I'll give you a quick story about my history. Many years ago, because I'm not a young woman anymore, right out of college, I got hired by a major corporation here in Palm Beach County when we had manufacturing firms. And I was salaried. The hourly folks were governed by a union. And when there were layoffs, the last ones hired in the union were the first ones to go. So you kept on with the dead weight. You know, the folks that had been there for years.
Yeah, because the bums join the union for protection so they can scoot their feet around all day at work and not get fired.
It was an eye-opener to this young woman at that time. Now, what happened is, in the course of my employment there, the manufacturing process went offshore to Taiwan and Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Yeah, courtesy of the union. They try, yeah.
I'm sorry to say this, but the Taiwanese and the Malays, they were very respectful. They were very honorable about their work. You know, the quality was.
Yeah, and they don't threaten the employers with strikes all the time. Yeah, they're happy to have the job.
Paint everyone who was under the union with a bad brush, but the ones that, you know, if they had to go to a dentist appointment, things shut down. You could, and I got written up by the union as grievance one time because the shipment had to go out, and this was going to Stuttgart, Germany, and I'm supposed to tell 30 Rockefeller Center we can't go out because Sally Jones went to a dentist appointment.
Yeah.
4 months is mine. This did not make sense. So I think the days of the union, there was we got labor laws to protect people.
You know, there's a great movie about the unions. A great movie. And I can't remember the name of it. What is the movie with Michael Keaton about the auto workers plant? Does anyone remember the name? Gung Ho. It's called Gung Ho. And he's the union steward for the United Auto Workers, and the plant got shut down, and they bring in a Japanese car maker, and there's this one scene. One of the guys from Cheers is in it, and his job is putting the doors on the car, and the door doesn't fit right, and the Japanese guy's having a fit. And he's like, let the dealer take care of it. This is how we do it in Detroit. And it's a whole conflict between Japanese work culture and the union workers, and it does not make the union guys look good at all. Gung Ho.
Movie about labor unions. It's a British film called I'm All Right, Jack, with Alec Guinness is in it.
Yeah.
A lot of great actors. It really is a riot.
Unions are awful.
Right, Jack.
Unions are awful. Nothing good comes out of unions these days. It used to be, they did 100 years ago, but not anymore. Listen, by the way, thanks for the call. Good story and interesting stuff. If you remember when Obama bailed out General Motors, he didn't bail out General Motors, it was a union bailout. And the benefits were so good at the unions that the union went bankrupt, not General Motors, and a big secret was revealed. Okay, that United Auto Workers, their demands were so high for their benefits and salaries that General Motors was not in the automotive business. Making cars was a side business. Their main job was as a retirement fund for union workers retiring at age 55 or something, you know. And they owned golf. Remember, they owned golf courses and everything. It was very eye-opening. Now, listen, it's time for the Gold Report, so we're going to take that break, and when we come back, we'll take some more calls. Our number, toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. We'll be right back.
Come back, we'll take some more calls. Our number, toll free, 1-888-GO-CANE, 1-888-465-2631. We'll be right back.
The longest running radio show in the state of Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, and it's time to check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated in Boca with the Morning Gold and Precious Metals Report. William Youngerman, how the metals look today?
Our support level that we've been talking about $1,660. And yesterday we moved up to $1,676.90, closing up $1 on the day. We did get up to as high as $1,680. That was after being down in the morning, so it did good recovery yesterday. Silver closed down 5 cents yesterday at $19.54, while platinum was up $14 at $920, and palladium closed down $7 at $2,160. This morning, as I said, a little bit of a pullback on the gold, but we've seen that almost every morning, and then it seems to close up on the day or move higher. 1667 right now, that's down $9.90. Silver down 29 cents at $19.25 a ounce. Platinum up $7 at $9.27, and palladium down $70 at $2,090. The dollar still very strong.
Yeah, and gold is really, is really priced to buy right now, William Youngerman. I mean, this is a great buying opportunity for gold. If people want to turn some of their other metals, like say somebody has a lot of silver, can they turn that silver into gold with you?
Absolutely, you can trade like kind at any time with us. You can trade in silver for gold, or gold for silver, or platinum for anything. We do exchanges of all sorts like that.
Yeah. Now, William Youngerman is located right here in Boca Raton. He's on the first floor of the Bank of America building, immediately east of US 1 Federal Highway on the south side of Palmetto, and the address is 150 East Palmetto Park Road. You can find him online at williamyoungerman.com, and he opens up weekdays at 10 a.m. You can also give him a call. You can do business over the phone as well, no matter where you are in the world. Toll free, 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. All right, William Youngerman, we'll talk tomorrow. All right, back after this.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All righty. Yes, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve is here. Oh, yeah. Now, once you get Steve and I talking about Anne Marie's Pizza and Wine, you're gonna get hungry. I'm telling you, because I'm getting hungry just looking at the menu. And I'm recommending everyone, when you go to Anne Marie's Pizza and Wine, no matter what you order, okay, get that lobster ravioli appetizer. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. That's great. And they open up at noon on Sundays. Closed on Mondays, by the way, Anne Marie's. And they have great lunch specials as well. Now, when Steve and I went over there for lunch together last time, I had the baked ziti. And let me tell you, everything is homemade over there at Anne Marie's. It came in such a large portion, Steve. I ate and ate and ate and still had enough to take home for dinner. And that baked ziti is absolutely amazing. And I also got to tell you, make sure you get the garlic rolls. You'll probably want to get 2 orders of the garlic rolls. They're so good. And everyone at the table is gonna go and chow down on them. They're spectacular. Everything on the menu at Anne Marie's is out of this world. The desserts, don't miss the desserts. Steve and I, we had the cannolis. The cannolis are large. They're delicious. You'll love them. Okay, now Anne Marie's is located in Pompano on the corner of Copans Road and US 1 Federal Highway on the west side of US 1 in the same plaza as the movie theater. When you stop in, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio, okay? All right, our number, 1-888-GO-CANE, 1-888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
The name is Dad, calling from.
Yep.
But I'm sure, you know, your specific example with Steve doesn't really fly when you're talking about someone who's loading railroad cars. And Steve, don't you have a contract with? You don't want to do day to day. Okay, so
I do.
His contract,
No, but hold on. But my contract is a new contract. I worked for years without a contract, and it was at the insistence of the station, not at my insistence.
Right. So what I'm saying is that I'm not.
I hear what you're saying. You know.
Right.
I hear what you're saying, and I understand that you're. I understand that you're a little.
Well, those are different kind of contracts, Steve. You know, listen. Here's the thing about working on the railroad. It's tough work. I've known guys that have worked on the railroad. Okay. But it's something that anyone can learn how to do. Anyone who jumps the border illegally can learn how to work on a railroad in just a few months.
You can insult me. That's fine. I was self-employed for many years.
How did I insult you? How did I insult you?
I'm just saying. I'm joking around.
I know you're joking. You like to joke.
But you get what I'm saying, though, Nat. If you can take someone that crosses the border today, how long would it take until they could work on a railroad if you train them?
I never even knew railroad handlers. I mean, I've gone Amtrak up to New York on the auto train. It never occurred to me. I'm not saying there aren't union abuses.
No, I'm not saying union abuses. What I'm saying is there are certain jobs that pay more because they're more highly skilled, fewer people can do them. And what I'm telling you, nothing against hard work. I mean, it's a hard job and it's a labor-intensive job working on a railroad, but anyone can learn how to do it. You don't have to spend years in college or even years in training. You could have someone running I look at this bright line that runs over people and kills them all the time here in South Florida. I mean, is that, you know?
But that's not Brightline's fault. I think you got a lot of stupid people out there.
Maybe. But how long does it take to learn how to connect two train cars together?
I don't know.
6 months?
Right away. Whatever it is.
No, we could do it if we had to, but you.
Good question. In terms of this present controversy with the railroad workers and everything, you're not telling me you side with the unions in this, are you?
No, I know. I just heard the.
So why are you attacking a position that you don't agree with?
Here's why. Good question. I will give you my good answer. Because when Ryan tried to compare, here it is. Ryan tried to compare the fact that he works without a contract to someone like this, and I said to myself, that metaphor or comparison, analogy doesn't make it.
Oh no, it makes a lot of sense. You just don't know how it works. Steve has offered me to have contracts, and I've said no.
Individual example, but it's not the same as someone who's loading a train in groups of people, and they're trying to protect themselves. Believe me, I know that.
Oh, please. Protect themselves from what?
The protection you're looking for. What is my protection? I've been in this business a long time. You know my history. What is my protection? Yeah. My protection is that I do a great job and I make a lot of money for people. That's the kind of protection you want based on your skill and ability.
And you have contracts, I'm sure, based on what I know.
Well, you don't know very much, Nat, about what you're talking about. See, you know what Nat's doing? I'll tell you what Nat's doing. No, you don't know. No, I'm going to finish what I'm going to finish what I was saying first, Nat. No, excuse me. I'm going to finish what I was saying first. See, we have what Nat's trying to do is he's fishing for information on what deal we have with the new radio station ownership. That's exactly what isn't he doing it, Steve? He's fishing. I know you don't, Nat.
I want to find out. I don't care.
I know. That's why you're fishing for information. I get it. That's okay. I know. Well, that's why you called about it. You keep asking questions.
You are the living definition of Schadenfreude, and I've talked about it before.
Oh,
What am I? What am I?
Schadenfreude.
You are the living definition of
Yeah.
happy when other people around you are miserable.
Oh my goodness, Steve.
He's working and you're not.
Oh my goodness. I'm retired. I know.
Fired.
From radio.
Popular.
Oh my goodness. You know, this is the okay, that's the classic case of what he said. I'm only happy when others are miserable. That's like, when Agostino from Georgia thought there was some reason I didn't have the sign up and it was just the tape, it isn't sticky. When people project things onto others, I'm only happy when others are miserable. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. When you get to hear what people that don't like you really think about you, Steve. Ugh. All right. 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. Oh my goodness. You want to take some more calls? What do you want to do? All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, West Palm.
Just a couple compliments or compliments. One, I love your show, and I'm a new listener.
Oh, welcome.
The other thing with this railroad strike, I think there's a spin on this, and here's what I think. Here comes Biden, and he's settled it. Now we got a problem. He's going to come and settle it again to get a boost in ratings real close to election time.
Well, we had a caller earlier who, the guy from Silver Springs, Victor from Silver Springs, called in, and he was talking to a trucker that he knows that's connected to the unions. And he said that the union guys, they count on the union guys to organize the vote for local candidates and state level races and congressional races and everything. And they're using that. They're doing it on the eve of the midterm election to get a better deal because they need their organizing power to get some guy elected to the city commission or a county commission or something. That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Firsthand, that's true.
That's where union thug comes from, the term.
Union members, I'm a union member, was for many years, and a union contractor. There is good and there's bad. One thing that's bad with the union locals, they tell their members who to vote for.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another thing that's bad with the unions. Yeah. Well, how do they know who you really vote for?
They actually give you a pamphlet.
Yeah, a voter's guide. Well, if you remember, in the early 2000s, after the Gore-Bush election, the unions were actually, they were talking about giving you a receipt when you voted. And I saw Chris Matthews, who's a liberal Democrat. He says, I don't know about that. These union guys, they're going to have to show your receipt. And if the receipt says something else, you're done, with the union. So, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Hey, listen, welcome to the show.
Okay, well, I appreciate the call. Have a great day.
All right, take care. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Georgia.
Hey, Sarah.
Yeah, right as I'm speaking now, Donald Trump's on the Newsmax, on the phone, of course. So this is interesting that he's on the phone talking Newsmax. Yes, they have Rick Brunel sitting in. But
You got to tell, yeah. Yeah? Is there... no problem. Is there? The show's almost over. We're winding up against the end, so it's okay. But is there anything else on television that people might want to watch instead of listen to us? You don't think I knew Donald Trump was on? He was on Newsmax at 8:40. I knew that yesterday. Yeah, I knew that yesterday. But when you're on the radio, you don't want to be promoting things that are on when you're on. People can watch it later online, like I'll do after the show.
DeSantis is a lawyer. One day he knows that they'd be.
Oh yeah, don't worry about DeSantis. Don't worry about DeSantis. He's got these guys under control. Hey, listen, thanks for the call from Georgia. All right, we're hot in Georgia today, Steve. Lots of calls from Georgia today. Pretty amazing. Well, listen, we're all out of time for today, but we will be back tomorrow. My name's Brian Craig. Steve has been here, and well, it's been a tough week for our union callers. Because our union callers, we've gotten a lot of union callers in the last week, and every single one of the calls has ended with them not feeling well. You know, I guess they're not. The union guys aren't used to people holding them accountable for anything, even their words. Right? Job performance, words, nothing. They're just, you know, the union protects you from any accountability, so I guess they're just not used to that, but that's the way it is. Listen, guys, it's the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. We are not a union shop. My name's Brian. We are here with you weekday mornings, 5 a.m. till 9 a.m. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. If you miss a part of the show, go to our station website, oldiesouthflorida.com. Each day at 10 a.m., the show's archived up there. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Go to our station website. It's a funny thing. Okay, the shirt I wore yesterday was new, and I came to work and I had the tag on it, the whole tag with the price. It's Old Navy. Remember, is it still in the garbage can? Yeah. Okay. This was yesterday. I came in with this shirt yesterday, and had the tag from Old Navy, and it was hanging down. And Rich, the board op, he says, "Oh, you got the tag hanging down." I'm like, "Oh, great! I went and got coffee this morning. I ripped it off." So this morning, this is a new shirt too. I got two new shirts, this one and the one I wore yesterday. So this morning I said, you know what, I'm going to make sure I don't go into the radio station with the tag. So I pulled the tag off before I came in this morning when I was still at home, and I didn't realize that I just got the paper part off, and I left the plastic little thing of the tag hanging on the shoulder. Oh my goodness. So 2 days, 2 new shirts. Well, if I was a kid in high school or something, my day would be totally messed up with that one. Yes, thank you to all the mods. Hey guys, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Everyone like the video. I got to take off, but I'll see you soon, all right? Take care.